Time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ Q, ma'am, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. We are Latinos in the mix. 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 Don't count us out. We are Latinos in the mix. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ Q, ma'am, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. We are Latinos in the mix. 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 Don't count us out. We are Latinos in the mix. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ Q, ma'am, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. We are Latinos in the mix. We are Latinos in the mix.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Don't Count Us Out podcast on the new Latinos in the Mix.
What?
Yeah.
What happened there?
You're going to explain it soon.
Okay.
I'm Stephanie Chach, and to my right is Pablo Punk Out Gonzalez.
In the flesh.
In the flesh, yeah. We have to do our own clapping because apparently we can't get the clapper. So, we'll need something.
It's not in the budget.
I know, it's not in the budget this week. But that's okay, because in the budget this week was MDOK and SYKO, right to my right, and to your left. So we'll be talking with them soon. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was nice. Not bad. It was like a family and friends weekend.
Good.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I think you got some news to pop open, don't you?
Yeah, so in the last week or so, well, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. We had to change our name. We had to rebrand our name because someone else who was involved in the movement went his own way, and he decided to. We were like in a battle, right? A name battle with trademarking the.
Well, we weren't in a name battle, but.
Well, in the battle of trademarking it locally and federal. So this person won the federal registration, right? So he gets to keep Latinos in the house, right? And that's fine, because I think our movement is beyond the name.
I agree.
It's the people who are involved, in what we're doing, and I think everyone at this point knows who we are. And knows what we're trying to do. So it's all yours, bro, to keep the name. We're now going to be called Latinos in the Mix, which is pretty cool because now we can open it up to more than just house music.
Exactly.
Right? So, Stephanie?
Well, not only that, but, I think at the end of the day, there's room for everybody to do everything. I think, for us, Latinos in the Mix, we have been in the mix of everything.
Yes,
We've been in the mix of producing, DJing, artists, dancing, you name it. We've been a part of it. So I believe that with everything collaboration-wise, I believe that, it was a great move. It was a great move for us. We're happy to have the name. It was a collaboration between our super-duper producer, DJ QMM, and another party, and with the magic pen, here we went, and now we're Latinos in the Mix. So you got the verbiage, you heard it here. No reason to spread rumors. We got it right here, and we said it.
Any questions? Good morning.
That's right. Come to Pablo, come to myself, or come to anybody.
Ask. Yeah.
So everybody on the board, from Frankie V, Cesar Rolon, Carlos Valderrama, Angie Pena. You, myself, DJ QMM, we're open for questions. Just reach out. We'll answer them for you.
Hear it from the horse's mouth. Or horses.
Next thing, Pablo Punk Out Gonzalez is a part of this year's Chicago House Music Festival.
This guy here? It took 44 years, but I got it.
Got it.
I made it like Flynn.
And you are a closer. Not only are you a closer, but you made it into the Chicago Reader today.
Look at that.
I know. How great was that?
Impressive, most impressive.
I know. Well, you're not only closing, and you're also a part of Chris Laura is also a part of Chicago's House Music Festival.
DJ Jess.
You've got also DJ Nefitz. I think I'm saying it wrong again. DJ Heather. Nafitz, okay. Mm-hmm. And then, who else am I missing? Mickey Calvin. Who else am I missing? There's just a whole... Caveman's at the Riverwalk on Sunday with Lee Farmer and
Mark Grant.
Yeah. Mark Grant, I can't wait to see him. Sorry, babe. Mark Grant, I can't wait to see him again.
I'm so honored to be a part of it and to be recognized.
Yeah.
I think it's huge. I can't wait to perform that day. I did.
Not everybody knows your house.
Right. Well,
they know you as Punk Out, but they don't know the house side of you.
My first love is new wave and alternative music since the '80s. But I was there at the beginning of house music. When I was on BMX, I had to play house music. When I was on GCI, I had to play house music, program. But I'm going to put my spin on it when I perform this year. My take of house music, I'm gonna, of course, a little bit of the classics that we all know and some new stuff. So
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, and thank you, Chicago, for reaching out. So I'm proud to not only represent the Latino community, the DJs are in this movement for a long time.
You're one of the pioneers.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks.
You're one of the pioneers.
Also, I love that the reader gave a shout out to WCYC.
Yes.
Because WCYC, once again, it's a radio station. Even though we were on the southwest side, it opened so many doors to a lot of us.
Yeah.
Here still
you,
today.
Gino.
Yeah.
All the DJs that are out there today are all coming from that one radio station off of 26th Street or 28th and Ridgeland. Am I right? Ridgeway.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh, thanks, man.
I am so happy for you. This weekend was just kind of one of those weekends where we just wanted to get through some stuff. There was a lot going on last week. We had, a lot of things going on for ourselves. And, soon enough, we also dropped the conference. I don't know if he's got the flyer ready.
All the panels.
We've got the panels ready for everyone. Let's talk about that real quick before we go into our interview. So we dropped the panel when we dropped our wonderful information regarding.
Thank you, Joey.
Our Latinos in the Mix rebranding. And man, the panel,
Talk about name dropping on this one.
I am so excited for this panel this year.
Okay,
this year's the Alternative Dance Talk with Julius Oliver, DJ Jesse De La Pena, Miguel Martin, Scary Lady Sarah, Louis Segura, and yourself. And then we've got Chicago House Through the Eyes of the Filipinos. I am so excited for this one because they are a group that is overlooked consistently. So we've got CZ Boogie, DJ Speed, DJ Flipside, Troy Guy, J Funk, and DJ Urge on this panel. So happy.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the moderator is going to be 3J. Moderator for Alternative Dance is Elena from CYC. And then we've got the Divas on the Decks honoring the women on the decks, which is again CZ Boogie, Laura B, SYKO Bitch, DJ Castro, DJ Myra, and DJ Gloria.
Nice.
This is going to be awesome. I am so excited for this panel, and who is going to do it. Soul Cat is going to be the moderator for this panel as well. And then we've got Chicago's Hip House. Hip hop equals house, or hip hop plus house equals hip house. White Knight, Sundance, Tyree Cooper, and Pamp, who's the newer generation, of course, for hip house. And then lastly, we've got the Gatekeepers of Music. Now, if you guys know what DJ pools meant to DJs,
That was everything.
it was everything to get the first cut out
Before
of the dance floor.
before the record stores. And
That's right.
Before the radio stations.
Before Bandcamp, before Spotify,
right.
before Apple
It was us.
Play, it was the gatekeepers
Yeah.
of the record pools.
Right. And these are the people that were running the record pools.
Exactly. So with that, we've got Mike Machiarello.
Oh, I can't wait to meet him.
Legend.
I mean, this guy goes back way in the 70s.
Exactly. DJ Littlejohn of Urban Force Record
Nice.
Pool. We've got Rocky Jones
Hello?
of
Who's
DJ
that?
International. Come on now. And then we've got, of course, Angel Vargas. So, I mean, I am so excited for this panel. And I forgot to mention that Maurice Josh was actually going to be the moderator for the Hip House panel. And then special guest appearance is going to be none other than the legendary Coco Cortez.
Nice.
I am so excited, man.
B96
From
back in the day.
B96 back in the day, my radio sister when we used to work together on B96. I am so excited for this lineup. You should be too, because this conference is nothing but history. We've included alternative dance. We've included women. We've included the LGBTQ community. We've included the Filipinos. We've included every single DJ thing that we could think of on a record panel, and we've included hip house, all in one single day on one stage. I am so excited. So you should be too. Our Eventbrite is up. You guys can get tickets there. We suggest a donation. Not necessarily necessary, but let's put it this way. We are a not-for-profit, and in order to make all of this happen, it's got to happen one way or another. So your contributions are definitely appreciated.
Yeah, I did see that someone put, how much is this? You know,
we don't put a price on it. It's whatever you want to donate. It's a gift.
Yeah, we
It's a
really
gift.
appreciate it, and it goes to everyone here. Everything we do, and then we also have like a.
We usually donate it to
Donate,
another
right,
organization
right.
to help them out.
It's not going to our pocket.
No,
so
it's a not-for-profit.
Hello,
So
yeah.
obviously the rebranding of Latinos in the Mix
Yeah.
is to include everybody. This year it's about celebrating the past and then inspiring the future, but also with bridging the gap between all the generations and bringing them together. And with that being said, boom! MDOK and SYKO in the house. We're so happy to have you guys.
I'm excited because
This is the new generation.
Right, because you are the generation. I haven't heard, right? Like, I haven't did my homework on you, so I'm excited. 'Cause I'm gonna like learn how you guys are seeing this DJ thing from young eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
That's definitely
Not only that, I mean, I'm gonna call you Mijo because he's my Mijo. I have seen you grow up, and you have been around all the DJs since we were growing up. We had you at all the parties when we were growing up. We won't say how the parties were, but you guys were one of those kids that were sleeping on, a chair with each other. So, but you got to see a lot of what we were doing when we were younger and how we enjoyed partying and music. So I'm really not only honored to have you here, which I know your mama would be proud, and she'd be sitting there smiling, and I know she is right now, but to be where you're at today.
Yeah.
And I saw your podcast a few years back. I forgot who it was with.
Was it the Sad Boy Radio one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And there was so much unfolded that I didn't know about you, because you've always been one of those kids that have always been like kind of kept it in. And I was so impressed by what I heard, but I was also impressed by what it brought you to, how you and MDOK have developed this concept for the both of you. And then you've also developed something bigger than just the Jump Off Boys. So I want to start with MDOK first.
Yeah.
And we already told you, I'm going to start with timelines and everything. I've never met you. I'm so very proud and honored to meet you today. I mean, we had a great conversation earlier about dogs, which I thought it was quite cool. But
He broke it down.
I know.
training,
He was like, I could give you a whole manual. I'm like, holy cow. So, but that's a different topic.
Yes.
But let's hear about you and your beginnings and what started you into this music journey and brought you to
And
where
if you
you're
don't
at.
mind, and you don't have to answer this question. Are you in your 20s or 30s?
30s.
Okay.
Millennial.
Okay.
Am I right?
91,
me,
baby.
I'm Mr. Timeline.
91.
Okay. All right. Who inspired you? How did you get into this?
So I come from a neighborhood called Pilsen, in the middle of the city. For me, it was a melting pot. Right over the viaduct, we have the 16 Stories, one of the notorious neighborhoods throughout Chicago. My family, they originated in Pilsen since the late 50s. My mom's, she's 71. She's been living in Pilsen since she was 2.
Oh, wow.
So I've been living there my whole life. So,
Wow.
so you growing up with the culture, we're damn near Mexican. We're black and Mexican. So I'm not.
Like my son says, you're Blaxican.
Yeah. So growing up hand in hand, like knowing the culture, everything. My family from the South. They're obviously blues, soul heavy. Gospel. But coming up in the hood, we always, hip hop, everything that's on the street, living in Pilsen, the reggaeton, you gotta know how to dance at the quinces.
Now, were you in Quinces?
Oh yeah, I was a chambelán for sure. I was a chambelán for sure. And then just, it's for me, house music, it embodied all of that. Like, yes, it was all these different genres, but once you saw how people got together at house music or house music functions or discos, sometimes there'll be like festivals or carnivals, kickbacks. That was completely different from me in a sense. I first realized that when I was probably like 14, and I'm just seeing like my older peers, like they probably had like this joy on them that they probably didn't even know it themselves. But I'm like, why y'all so happy to go to this place and get with each other? What's going on there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people go out and dance. We dance all the time. We were just at the school dance, like it's nothing, But that gathering of like going to them underground functions, like Hot Jams was one of like the first parties that like on the regular, they're talking about like religiously that we got.
Hot Jams, the record store, or is this a club?
It was a club for us. I didn't go to the record store. I only went to the parties downstairs.
Oh, see? I didn't tell us about parties.
I didn't know that. I didn't get invited. What's up, Andre?
All right, Andre. Didn't never tell nobody about this.
Yeah, so the homies were doing a lot of parties down there, and some of the significant sounds that we heard and like DJs were like Mad Jazz, Rampage.
So this is like in the early 2000s?
Yeah, 2009.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so
Okay.
get into it. I started DJing in like 2009 from like just following these guys. I mean, we're always hip hop. We got down into the house party scene, you know. We'll go. I was a b-boy. I was a graph writer, so I've been in the function since I was like 15. You know,
Wow.
It's family parties, chamberlain, and you know, hip hop functions all over the city. I even went to Scribble Jams before my guys and told my mom I was just going for a basketball trip. You know, Scribble Jams is a whole nother state. You know,
I was going to say, it is in a different state.
So did you learn on turntables or on
I learned on
CDs?
So I learned on turntables.
Okay.
My first crew and like clique that I got down with was Ghetto Division. It was like Charlie Glitch, Rampage, Mad Jazz.
Oh, wow.
His brother Kriki D51, Rob 3, his brother Moon Man, Lorenzo Vector. Another one of our guys, Kid Enigma was around. Well, who else? Fonz, he was around. LaFonz, he was around.
Oh, wow.
So,
you were hanging with some big
yeah.
names there.
Yeah, so I literally soaked all that up while they were super busy. They would leave me in the studio with all these records, and I was DJing off of 12s, and I think it was like that. It was like a 650, the Red Pioneer, like rack one that was, you know, it had the effects and everything, but it was a long one, you know, and
like
I'm
horizontal,
just
right? Like,
yeah, and I was in the studio all night with that and Logic Pro, just, you know, getting in tune with everything, making because we couldn't play the parties if we didn't have our own remixes or songs, so I had to like make, I mean, that's the standard that these guys kind of set, you know.
Okay.
You know, so like everybody in Ghetto Division was DJ producers. Like we all had our own music, and we all had like something to bring to it, and we played our favorite house jams and everything else so that whole background kind of just turned us into beasts. I'm not even gonna lie. Like as far as like when it comes to this craft, which is how we met, you know, like DJs like us on the South Side. I started linking up with SYKO, my homie like Nader, a few cats, you know, but they all knew of Rampage, Mad Jazz, and everybody else just as well too.
That's crazy how you have the names that you've dropped. Rampage, Mad Jazz, well, you know who Mad Jazz is,
and
right?
Rampage is currently on 103.5 with
Yeah.
Rick Guerrero.
And then Mad Jazz is over. He's the DJ over at the Sox Park.
Right.
So I mean, you're talking not dealing with these
and
startups.
And those are like our boys. I'm talking about, I'm going to the crib, knock on the door like that. But those are not even the people that we like work with. Like one of our main mentors was PJ. He was like, we had his phone number in the phone. He played all of our parties, warehouse parties, even our own house parties. Like,
wow.
You know, I met Hugo Moya a while ago. I was even in the studio with him, you know. Like, so, yeah, I've been around, like, all these guys since I was, like, a shorty, you know, so.
That's crazy.
That's why producing and the way we thought about throwing these parties and who we included so started in 2009, did a bunch of parties with Ghetto Division, opening up. We did Southside Shakedown those following years, and we got in with DJ Sega and Brick Bandits from Philly. So we got real tight in with them. There was like a merger. I'm talking about swapping hard drives and music packs type merger. Like, you know, we were in tune with each other, you know. Yeah. So getting in tight with those guys and doing shows with Matt Decent, and we did Diplo's first block party, and numerous clubs. These guys they were on the XLR magazine. They went to Belgium. They did a whole tour. We were still holding it down over here. We did parties with Gatman, Crazy Legs. Like, we were still doing a bunch of stuff, like, even though we were all, like, spread out.
Are you catering to teenagers, or over at this
Nah,
point?
man, it was really just whoever liked all that music. If you liked all that music and you knew us, because we booked everybody from young heads to, like, older heads to legends, so there was no really, like, age barrier we were counting on.
So it was underground parties?
Yeah, mostly all
Where would you,
underground.
where would you hold them in the city of Chicago?
One in Pilsen. Some of our main,
okay.
so our main spots, we started at 500 West Cermak. we started throwing parties out of that warehouse. That's right there, right before Chinatown. That's where I even like touched the tables for my first time. We literally were throwing parties in and out of there, from loft to loft, from even like their back abandoned.
So these were loft parties, like loft house parties.
Yes.
Were they loft house parties or just? What would
We
they
called
be
them
branded as?
we called them warehouse parties.
Warehouse parties, okay.
We tried to get our hands on anything that was super big, and it was warehouse party. And if it was like a loft party, that means it was like elevated. It was probably like 2
okay.
floors
Yeah.
up. That's the only way we can kind of call it a loft.
Right.
But everything else, if it was on the ground big, we were trying to do warehouse parties. You know.
That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy hearing it because I know, like, for us, we're always interviewing people like, you remember the clubs and everything else. But there was such a underground scene. I know when I started going to undergrounds, I think I was like, 23, 24 years old, and that was 1993, 1994. So that's where I started getting to know Lego and actually Little John, Gene Ferris, and everybody from that crew. But to hear about the warehouse parties and the undergrounds from your perspective, it's a totally different scene, because by that point in time in 2009, we were still clubbing.
Yeah.
And there was still some clubs to go to at the time, but you guys were starting like a whole entire different movement.
Yeah, it's like we still knew of all of that going on, all the clubs. Like we used to book Ed 9 frequently, Kid Enigma. They were playing clubs. They used to talk about places like Spy Bar when it was super popular back in the day, when it was like still like underground and booming like that. So we like still what we do today, we were still doing it. That's why like it's really hasn't changed. We want that, that childhood, like why we fell in love with it, to still have a place to do that and make our music, play it, invite people who have that same passion.
So I'm listening to you, and I'm, everything you're saying, I'm trying to picture it in my mind.
Because you're old.
Yeah, I'm very. I'm going to be 58 pretty soon. So yeah, but I'm picturing it because, to me it's like a bunch of raves almost. Type of scenery that when you're talking. So you're in your 20s by the time you mastered the blending and all that.
Oh nah, man,
You were
we've
younger
been
than that.
way younger than that. Like I mastered. I was blending well since I was like, 18, 17.
All right, so right out of high school type of deal.
Yeah, we were making tracks. We had SoundCloud booming. Like we were like totally invested with it every weekend.
I like that you said that what I forgot the name of the crew you mentioned, or a production, that you couldn't be a part of it unless you produce something.
Yeah.
I never heard that before. That's something.
It made so much
It's
sense
a challenge,
to me now.
right? It's
like,
like a challenge, right? I mean,
how can you play so much music without knowing how it's constructed, or at least try to attempt it? Because we play these music and we rinse through them so fast, but like sometimes it takes a lot of producers so long to make some of those tracks, and they kind of tell a story, and to just not even think about how it's like formulated, or how a chef, like how somebody made some food for you, you're just gonna be like, oh, it's just here. Like, nah, man.
So since you said
somebody cooked that up.
And I'll ask you the same question. So with that being said, how do you feel about, and I know it's an early question inside this interview, but how do you feel about when people mash up songs? Do you feel that the originality of what's created is not being allowed to breathe? Because you just said it. It takes a lot to put together music as it is in a producer's eyes. And then you hear it, and then all of a sudden you hear it mashed up with something that you're just like, man, you didn't even let it breathe. You didn't even let it play. You just went from one end to the other, and the spectrums don't even match.
Yeah, I got a take on that. I'll let you go first. I got a take.
Are you talking more of like the transitions of DJing, like song to song, or you mean like someone who makes like those like mashup edits?
no, I think she's talking about
A little bit of both.
right? A little bit of what, when a song is like, let's make up a
Because
song.
I get you. It could be like
House
it
of
just
God.
having
And
a
then you hear
purity, and then you
another
throw
vocal,
something over
Yeah, you
it.
hear
or-
like you
Based
use the
on
vocal, and then you use a different track.
throughout the whole track.
Right. And then you're putting on another vocal on top of the same track, and you're just like, man, why mess up something that's so good? And I get it. Some mashups are pretty cool, but I just like call me original
Old?
and plain. Old. Call me old.
I had to get you back.
Thank you. But like you said, I listen to the music. I know a lot of people are used to reading labels and who was behind it, and For me, it's more on the fact of I like listening to the music. I like listening to the beats. I like listening to what I can hear. And any one of these guys will tell you, I can tell you where the originality came from immediately off the bat. Like, that's not the original. This is the original. So how do you feel about that, both as producers?
My perspective of it is, if it sounds good, it sounds good, right? But also, is it in key? Like, there's little things about, is it in key? Like, that's another thing about it. Does it sound good?
What does that mean?
Like, is it the key match? Like,
People that don't know.
like, so.
What the hell is he talking about?
Well, I matched the BPMs. The BPMs are 120
it's
and
not,
120.
yeah, it's not always about BPMs. It's like, is the key right? So the pitches, like, do they kind of like.
Yeah, it's the it's the color. Is it?
Like,
is it in C minor, D minor? A minor together, and or does it, hit all the majors, or does it, or is it all minors?
And you're
all
seeing
black
this
keys?
on the computer, or you
No, so some people can have it in the ear. I don't know. Some people naturally have an ear for it. It's kind of like if you sing something out and you can, it's like saying the lyrics or singing something and singing it to the next song in your head. If it sounds smooth, then it's probably in key. If you have to stop and it's like and stutter, then it's probably not in key, and you probably shouldn't be doing it because it's going to confuse the same person that's dancing and listen to it. They're gonna be like, what the fuck was that?
Is there a track now that's out there and it's like it shouldn't be out there?
There's a few, but I don't take
key stuff.
name of them. I don't take name of them. I really don't fill my diet up with that stuff.
Okay, like, nah, I won't play that.
I do see a lot of it.
I like your style.
I see a lot of it happen on TikTok. So it's mostly like a lot of people will do cool, like I'm gonna grab this old school house song and I'm gonna put this over juke, or grab like let's say a merengue song and put it over juke, and it just doesn't make sense.
Okay,
there's a way of making it make sense.
Now I'm understanding.
That's why I'm saying, that's why I'm saying there's just like mashups.
Let me get a juke song and then
sense.
throw on a Taylor Swift vocal on it.
But there's a way of making it make sense. But there's a lazy way of doing it, like BPMs, throw it in together.
So
doesn't work that way.
What anybody who's trying to make mashups to understand, they should go into like looking up how real producers use samples, because obviously samples have made people millions and billions of dollars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So look at YouTube. Something simple is Pharrell or Kanye, and they're going to show you how to use a sample. Yeah, it's not theirs, but they show you how. They're going to talk about key. They're going to talk about pitch. They're going to talk about it meaning something, like two songs having the same meaning. I like mixing Follow Me by DJ Funk and then the original one. One's real like deep house, and then the other one's, real classic modern house, kind of like poppy that everybody knows. But if you blend the bass line with just the shoot-doo-doo, and just that, people are like, yo, I've never heard that shit's fire. But it's knowing that they resonate and they play together and they both have the same meaning. That's cool. That's like, yo, because sometimes you don't have enough time to put both tracks together.
Right.
But if you can play, and it's kind of like choreography. If you could play them and play them on certain parts like that, where everybody gets their taste, because like, man, I want to hear that, but they didn't. But you should have heard a little bit of that, and then it's like, he gave me, and then it's like, oh, this is refreshing too. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be crammable. It's like,
See, me and him, we see.
What
we had a DJ. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, getting back to your history, so you're with a lot of these folks. What's the next level that it started taking you to?
Man, so to be honest, like the work, like after we started doing our own like underground and all that stuff, man, I remember the first clubs I started doing was like the Republican. I even was DJing with Madhouse and a few other cats. They ran the Kermes, my homie Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they.
Sandoval?
All of them. I'm born and raised out of Pilsen.
Miguel Madhouse.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Miguel Madhouse, right? Miguel?
Yeah.
He's like old school. He's old like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I remember him. Okay.
So you know him. They ran a whole bunch of clubs like the Republican and all that type of stuff. So not only like playing like the house events that we did, we also started playing a lot of like Latin clubs and everything too. Probably playing more of the boom boom while they played more of the poppy stuff.
Right.
We're bringing a younger crowd that kind of catered to that. So you name it, from playing on like Joe's on Weed Street to the Republican, and then moving our way up to like Green Dolphin, man, a bunch of places. Me and him.
Man, you played Green Dolphin.
Yeah.
That is cool.
President Clinton played at Green Dolphin. He did. He played the saxophone there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It's probably in '96.
Oh, you didn't have the invite?
I got it from Navy Pier. Thanks.
And we did a lot of clubs and stuff when we were like younger too. Then like eventually me and him started getting in tune with each other more, and we started developing our own residencies. One residency that me and him had a long time was Blue Light. Everybody goes to Blue Light now, but little did they know before we were holding that down with like a few other cats before it went into new ownership.
Where's that at, Blue Light?
It's
Western and
Western and Roscoe. Yeah.
Was that Underbar?
Yeah.
right, right next
it was
door.
right next door. Yeah.
Right across the lot.
So that's what?
Look at you, youngin.
Like Augusta, is that West Town or what is that?
That's a Rogers
No.
Park.
Rogers Park. Oh, way
I
up
don't
there.
know if it's Rogers.
No, it's not Rogers
That's
Park.
way up
No,
there.
that's like
Okay.
it's right by Lane Tech
Okay. Up
in
north.
that area.
What is it called? Roscoe Village.
No,
Roscoe Village. Okay.
Belmont. It's not Belmont. Cragen.
Roscoe.
Look it up.
No,
We'll
it's
figure it
Roscoe
out.
Village. But that was like there was a lot of spot where we started
Yeah.
doing a lot of underground functions. We also used to do Crocodile. Shout out to one of my homies, West. He used to hold it down there. We used to do Debonair, on Wicked Park. So we did a few spots right there. Wicked Park was another warehouse or a spot where we did a lot of stuff, and we hooked up with like Northside cats.
Any old school DJ influenced you? Or maybe whether there was a radio jock or someone else like in your neighborhood, or who was the DJ you said when you saw him or her like, oh, I got to do that?
To be honest, it was down the line. It was like our homie PJ. Everybody in Ghetto Division, to be honest. Anybody that they love. My homie Boy Genius. He came into the fold a long time. He came into the fold at the beginning too. When we were doing shows at the Congress.
Nice.
Let me see. And then, man, other than that, because to be honest, like those DJs also paid homage to the DJs that came before them. Like PJ is one of our main, mentors, but we also were big fans of Mike Dunn's, the entire Chosen Few, like all those from going all the way down to the Larry Herds and Frankie Knuckles. So all of those DJs had that same backbone of that too. So everybody that I mentioned were also super fans and students and mentors of those. So I could keep.
That's
I
nice
could,
to hear.
Those are big
yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
could keep
big
naming
names.
everything I go down, and even Gatman, Spin, DJ Poncho, Clint, Sluggo.
Now he'll be at the Chicago House Music Festival too.
Yeah. So we were super also fans and also big, collaborators with them, Rashad, rest in peace. Like I was even able to be like in studio sessions with them and the Brick Bandits and these sounds literally are paving the way right now. And
Yeah.
It's crazy. We were breaking bread and doing the beginning shows that nobody even thought about, at that time.
I think it's just crazy for me to like sit next to you and just hear like where your time has been with all these DJs, because it's very hard to even sometimes break bread with people in the industry as it is, but to find yourself in those moments where you're actually there and you're not just breaking bread, you're building a rapport and a relationship that's a brotherhood for you guys. You know what I mean? So, and to be so young to do it and say that you did, like, who's going to walk around and say, well, I've hung out with Diplo at such a young age. There's not that many people.
He did our house party. He came in and did a surprise set at our house party on Cub Crib. It was right there on Paulina and like Cermak. It used to be a spin cycle right across the street. And yeah, he came in and rocked the basement. It was nuts.
And he dropped like 100 names.
I know, and it's their names that I know.
And
So
you're
I mean,
you
obviously,
in the business, you're in your early 30s and stuff. Like, and those are a lot of people that
Yeah.
have made a name for themselves already.
I mean, because you guys are like, you guys are not even over 35.
We're 35.
Just 30. Yeah, right
Well, there you go.
Right there,
Well, I just said it. You're not over 35.
Yeah, you're right.
So, to have these names that were huge, and they're still huge in the business, and to sit there and say, I sat with them when we were in the recording studio, we were producing this, or it's so mind-boggling for some, because it's not an opportunity that comes up right away, and it's not an opportunity that's brought up as soon as you guys have been introduced to it at such an early stage in your DJ career. So kudos to you guys to have that happen, because it takes a lot as it is. I mean, it's taken me ages to get to know who this guy is, because I heard the name, I just never knew who he was.
A lot more to go.
You know,
it took.
I didn't even know he was a producer until one day somebody brought the record over, and I was like, okay. It took me 2 years to meet him when we started this, to find out that he was the name behind the original branding. So I'm in I'm in my 50s, but to even meet them at this age, and then for you to be able to meet people at such a younger age and say I broke bread with them.
I like how you said that. I broke bread with them.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna move just a little bit over, and I'm gonna start with you, because I know we can start asking the questions together. So let's hear from you. When did you start? First off, this is SYKO.
Just SYKO or DJ SYKO? Does that matter?
It's, for me, it doesn't matter, but a lot of times it's just like there's so many different like names globally of SYKO, so it's just like people call me DJ SYKO, some people call me SYKO. I kind of go like producer wise as SYKO Chicago, because it just nails it more in the head of like people go look for my music, because there's rappers that are named SYKO, and there's just like
And you spell it different.
Yeah.
SYKO. Yeah.
I kept going like making sure I was going to pronounce your name right, because I almost said SYKO.
So some people,
SYKO, but
some people call me SYKO, and I'm like,
SYKO, yeah.
So I kind of just roll with it, but like I'm starting to learn like I have to correct people now.
Yeah.
If I really want,
that's your brand.
Yeah,
That's
it's my
your
brand.
name.
So
That
I
is
need
your
to start.
brand.
I need to start. Really just nailing on the head of
So
being like, yo,
how did you
SYKO.
get that name? What came up with that?
So it's kind of a funny situation. So my dad was in a party crew back in the day.
Right there, that's been classic. My dad was in a party crew.
Yeah,
That's classic.
it's notoriously known for.
Funk Boys.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I see the connection.
And from what I know is that they used to call him Psycho Cisco, and so I kind of just grabbed that and just went with it.
Okay.
So I just used the name Psycho, but I'm pretty sure I spelled it different than what I didn't really ask him that question or whatever.
Yeah, you do.
But I spell it SYKO. I just feel like it's short, it's easy.
Yeah.
Boom.
And it's different. It catches. It's
It's cool.
eye catching.
Yeah.
It's very eye catching.
Yeah.
Before we continue, 3J's on here. He's like, "What up, SYKO?" And then you've also got Sue Vargas, our 100% number one fan. Thank you, Sue Vargas, for joining in. Romalia's on here. Eduardo Ronaldo is on here. So we got a couple of people on here.
I thank you, Joey Rios, for the shout out.
Thank you, Joey, for joining us, and everybody on TikTok who's watching. Thank you. I'm not on that page yet, but thank you everybody who's joining in today. We are here with MDOK and SYKO. I mean, the Jump Off Boys, a party called Tribe, whatever you want to call them. They are here today, talking about their music, they're producing. So right now we're going to start with SYKO right now, how he started with his name. So continue, hon.
Yeah, so just with my name, that's where I got it from. I kind of roll with that. When I originally started like wanting to do music, I've been like how she said in the beginning, like I've been around music for this.
Was your dad a DJ or?
No, he was the guy carrying the records.
Okay.
That's what he did. But I was always around it. Like I just was never like
Always had it on at home.
like yeah.
nonstop?
So like I was never locked in about damn, this is what I want to do until I was about, I want to say 8th going into freshman year. So I had to be about 13, 14 years old. First time I heard a Rashad and DJ Rashad, DJ Spin mixtape, it changed my whole perspective of everything. That's the first time like I actually was like, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. So I started just locking in on like just like juke, footwork music. And this was before I couldn't afford decks, and my dad and everybody in my family was like, we ain't buying that for you. Because for them, it was like, music's not going to get you anywhere. You need to go to school. You need to do this. You need to do that. So I was like, well, I'm going to figure this out either way. So I would just use, crazy, but I would use Audacity as like, it's not meant for that, but I would make my own mixtapes and like try to like figure out like how like the tempos worked and everything like that. And that's how I would start learning how to like count music.
So he he learned like the traditional way of the turntable. So you learned off like a program.
I learned off of like actually just I wasn't, the only time I would practice was at house parties.
Okay.
So that was my practice. I would go and DJ house parties. Was it good? No, but you know,
It was practice.
it was practice. You know, so
You know what I love that you said? I love you mentioned these other two DJs, Spin and who else? Or
DJ Spin and DJ Rashad.
because this is the first time that I heard someone mention some other guys besides when we talk to old people like me. You always hear about the WBMX stuff. This is the
I
first
knew
time,
about them for sure.
but it's the first time I heard that these other
yeah.
influencers. I like
So
that.
for them, I knew about them. Everybody, because like my dad had a whole box of colored tapes, so I already knew about them. That was like, it was almost like a Bible for him. Like he had it all organized, everything. So,
It's kind of like one of those Prince things. Don't touch my tapes.
but I knew about all them. Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like those are legends, and I have so much respect. They definitely paved who I am. But that's what changed.
What was
me.
it about Spin and the other DJs' music that inspired you? Like
it was their
grabbed it?
music. It was their music. They made
Their
it.
music. Okay.
They made it,
Perfect.
That's what
and
got-
like
okay.
it was so just original and just
It's different, right?
different. Just like it just felt like it was so much feeling in it, you know.
Okay.
So when I hear that, it was just like, yo, what? Like it was just crazy for me, you know. Like I'm 14 years old, hearing about Bounce and Break It Back and like all this other crazy stuff, you know. And I'm like, had no business
Making me
hearing
up.
that, but you know, but it was just like something different for me, and that's like, this is what I want to do. I want to just like be a DJ, and you know, I go back home because this is like a summer program I was in, and this is actually where I first met. Shout out to DJ Quicktastic. I met him out there. This is before he started DJing, but like that's when I met him. That's when I got to know him. But this is like we get back home from the summer program, and that's when I was just like, just now I'm just want to do this. So I started digging into house music more, and just I was just a juke DJ at first, but then I was like, but then I didn't want to DJ anything else because that was my thing, juke and house. Then I started realizing, you know, started getting, do I want to be booked at other places? I started DJing like more hip hop, reggaeton, and stuff like that. But yeah, that was really big for me. Then when I started kind of like progressing more, like 15, 16, so when I started meeting like Marcus, like we
So you
started.
guys met when you were young teenagers, then?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we met like this is
Okay.
this is
Got to know your
before
government
Jump
name.
Off Boys. This is just like where we met each other. Like it was at, I think the first place that we DJed together, if I'm not mistaken, was Club European, which is in I think Cicero.
Cicero, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was like
wow.
a bingo. It was like a bingo hall, and we DJ. There's always throw
Yeah,
parties
it was
there.
right
so-
around the corner of like 31st and Cicero. Go right there, 31st, and then you go right around the corner, and it's
Yeah.
like right there. And
I'm like, I'm trying to picture it in my head right now.
It's
like,
a big bingo hall, but like then at night they would throw parties there, and that's when we linked up.
All
and then
age,
I was
all
like,
ages.
yeah.
all ages, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, nobody was
Phone
21 yet,
parties.
none of that. So like, that's when I started hearing more about him, and that's when I started locking into like the whole Ghetto Division movement of like, that's when I started learning about Baltimore club music, because they made what was called the Be More Project. And that was another thing that just like blew my mind. I was like, what is this genre? Like, this is house music plus like breaks plus just like ghetto, like just sounds. And it was just like, it was great. So that's when I went to Hot Jams and they started passing out those mixtapes. And that's when I saw Mad Jazz, Rampage, and all them just DJing. I was like, yo, like, that's when I became a super fan of them. And they became like who I wanted to be. And I noticed that they were producing. I'm like, oh, so I want to start producing. So I started producing in 2008, 2009.
What
And
programs were you?
I've always been Fruity Loops.
Okay.
When I work with him, like I dabble into like what he uses, Logic. So I kind of know how to use that a little bit, but like that's been my thing is Fruity Loops.
new. Dude,
Yeah,
new to me. I'm
I never
learning.
heard that word in my
Oh, yeah,
life.
I've never heard that.
Okay.
Have you
Right.
ever heard of Fruity Loops?
What
Which
is
is
Logic?
FL Studio. So
Oh,
FL
okay.
Studio
Okay.
is Fruity
Oh,
Loops,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking cereal because I'm hungry again.
Don't mind us.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when I started producing music, and then I started progressing from there. Of like, like that's when I started putting music out on SoundCloud, and it started getting recognized by like Diplo's thing. So Diplo used to have a Mad Decent SoundCloud roundup. So they used to like post like people who were up and coming. So it would be like me, Rampage and Nader. At that time, it was also like Dylan Francis, all these other people who are now like they're pretty big, that I was a part of that. But then, you know, as my family was, they're like, yo, you need to go to school and focus on that. So took a break and then kind of like went on like a little hiatus music-wise. And then I was like, nah, this is what I want to do. So, you know.
Was it a struggle between you and your family about your career choice, or?
Yes and
Are you going at it like full time or just like?
No, this was just
part-time?
like part-time,
Oh,
but
okay.
they wanted me to like just focus on school because again, like I was part of like doing like these warehouse parties, these house parties.
We kept
you know.
calling, the streets kept calling.
Yeah, so I kept going out these places, you know, as we were doing at that age, still getting drunk under 21, you know, like so they want. I was in college, so they're like, no, I need you to
Disclaimer.
But that's what it was. I mean, I'm not saying do it, but like that's what we were doing. Yeah.
I mean, you guys were young.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
part of
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
it's not like, it's not like your parents, weren't doing anything like that.
No,
So,
I mean, I would tell them all the time.
She would
but
know.
Apparently I would. Yeah, I mean, I think when you're in that age, when you're just like trying to figure out what you want to do in life, I think for me, you're going to go through some little stages here and there, you know what I mean? And I think I love hearing it from you guys because it was just like, yeah, we went through our stages, but we knew that the stage that we wanted to be at was not the stage that everybody else was taking. It was the stage of music. And that says a lot. And I think from just, again, I say who you have gathered yourself with counts for a lot. Because I do know that this was something that you wanted to do when you were younger. And I was just like, oh, cool, And, I do know the pushback. And I was just like, what's he going to do with that? What's he going to do with that? And, there were some of us who were rah-rahing because, I was always in the music. I'm like, well, just let him be, If he wants to do it, he can make money, he can pay for college, do a couple of parties, throw a couple of kegger parties, whatever it's going to be,
Yeah.
So I just think that it's I find nothing to disclaim about, so there.
I'm just playing.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was always like, this is what I always want to do, and I'm going to do it. Like, I didn't actually build the courage to actually do this full time till about a couple of years ago because I was still working full time. I had great jobs, but like I was still like, there was still something in me. Like, I'm getting older,
right.
like I'm 35 now.
No, you're
but
young.
But like at this point, I'm like, it's either now or never.
Okay, right.
So like either I take this leap and really try to do it full time, or I'm gonna regret it later.
Yeah.
So I finally took the leap. Probably like I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago now, and honestly, I've never been happier.
And that's
like
what counts.
it's been something that like I can like we talk about all the time when we do like our Thursdays. We have our residency for it's our house music night, and we can't. It'll be Friday, the Friday after the Thursday we just played, and we can't wait for next Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Where's your residency at?
At Giant Penny Whistle in Pilsen.
Okay.
And we do it
On
every
Blue
Thursday.
Island.
Yeah. Okay. We do it every Thursday, and then we just like we talk about like we just can't wait to just have so much like release of just like our stress and like just be grounded and just feel good.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a new form of like church. It's like a gathering. You happy to see, the people that were there last week in different ways just to see if they're doing well, new dance moves, happy or just continuing, like simple shit. We got the music, don't worry about that. We're gonna take care of that. As far as the menu, what's on that, we keep it very, like tasteful, very interesting. It always means something, and it's just random connections. I was just telling one of the guys yesterday, he's like, what did it take to play there? I don't know, man. I was like, follow up, come around. I never know. Your sound might sound good to somebody that we had in mind, and then we might just be like, yo, we should have this person play with that, or, bring communities together. Honestly, that's why I named it a party called Tribe. At first, I was going through, like, some names, and I was like, man, we need something good, And then it was like, I was like, oh, the goods. And then I was like, then John Simmons, because I know John Simmons
Oh my
also.
God. Look at this kid. I swear to God, because you guys look like kids. I'm like, look at this kid just dropping John Simmons. I swear to God.
No, that's a big bro. That's a big bro. So he was like, he played our first Tribe party. And he was all like, oh, the homie Duke Shin has that, You'd probably like think about something else. And I'm like, man, how can I think about something else that includes everybody too? Because I see what he was on too. And I'm just like, man, we need to do a party called Tribe, because like that's where I come from. I'm also like, I'm hip hop, so my b-boy background, I was a student to Check It, of Chicago Tribe, and I was a student to Waka of Brickheads. So I was.
I'm like, who? I know you're lost. I'm like, but I know the names. Yeah, I know the names.
So they're famous b-boy crews.
I'm being educated right now.
Look them up. Chicago Tribe. Look up Chicago Brickheads. World famous Chicago.
Oh, I know who they are. I know he don't.
Whatever.
But that's why I got introduced to like house music too. I used to also go to summer jam and the summer dance when I was like 15 and 13 with my homies on the train, Orange Line, just kids. But like we'll go there and see like Days One and like which is Hollywood Hope now. We'll see like Brave Monk and a bunch of house dancers going crazy like all the time. Chosen Few were usually holding it down on the tables like so we were always like around that. But that was all. I made Tribe because it felt like we only could get that in the summer. You get me? Like it was time when we only felt like we only could get that type of house or community during the summer times for summer festivals.
That's sad. Why would you think that? I'm just kind of curious.
No places catered to it. No venue wanted house music. They wanted you to play hip hop, rap, or anything that was
reggaetons.
Hot, so there was no venues, and so it only felt like that was sound big at either our underground parties or during the summer. It was no regular like venue or 9 to 5. You gotta admit.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Ignore him.
Yeah, do this one of these.
I like those. Let me
when I heard Tribe, I thought. When I heard Tribe, I thought you meant.
Any disclaimers?
Well, no disclaimers. No disclaimers.
This is no one's actual skin. It's only a mask.
I don't want to freak no one out.
Didn't peel so fake.
No disclaimers.
Disclaimer.
No disclaimers.
For those who are freak out about clowns.
The only disclaimer that we'll ever have is that the opinions that come out of their mouths or anybody's mouth that who are guests is their opinions and not ours, and do not carry the opinion of Latinos in the mix. That's my disclaimer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like
all right. Hey, I like that.
There he goes.
He's gonna.
So now we could talk about some of the other parts, the clown things.
Why does he do that? We're trying to have a conversation.
But you know what? But he's gonna have fun with this. He's gonna be like, "See, that's why I wear the masks." So, let me ask you something, SYKO, because I think with all the background that you've had with DJs, music, teaming up with Marcus, what do you guys find now in regards to the club scene that you didn't see back then when you started? I know you said like they didn't cater to what we wanted to play. They only catered to the summer for us. And I would you say age group, or would you just say in general with music? He's really feeling that mask.
I think he's gonna keep it.
I think what's really like, especially with the club scene right now, like you look at what the mainstream artists are doing now, right? Like you have people who are making like house music albums. So they're kind of making house music relevant to be played in the clubs, or like Jersey club music. Like I don't want to name artists, I don't want to get like blocked or anything, but people are making Jersey club like songs, or like who are mainstream, or now people are able to like play those types of genres in the clubs, as opposed to before it was like if you're the only time a form of house music you could play was kind of EDM, so that was like around our time, so like you could play like, let's say, the Calvin Harrises and stuff like that and get away with it. But if you try to play like, let's say, like some juke in the club, they're gonna kick you out.
Oh yeah.
You're
because it has, unfortunately, it has its own stigma.
Yeah, but now you can get away with that. Yeah, so like I feel like
they want that.
Yeah, they want it. So I feel like now, like the generation is like, now they're trying to, they're understanding what Chicago has brought to the table. Not only Chicago, but like let's say like Jersey has brought to the table, Baltimore has brought to the table, and they're understanding it.
I like it. What I've heard a couple. I heard your collaboration attached to the flyer the other day, because I was going through, because I like trying to match the flyer up to music that I know that synonymously equates to them. And you played one of your collaborations for one of the flyers, and I was just like, I'm feeling this. What made you guys decide, you know what, we need to collab together. We need to come up with some stuff.
So the story with that was, there was one year I played House of Soul, and he wasn't on the bill, and I was mad. So I was like, yo, you're hopping on with me. And so he did a back-to-back set with me at House of Soul one year. And he already had Jump Off Boys established with one of the homies. His name is, shout out to Nieto. They already had Jump Off Boys established. He went a different route, and he's more in the...
He's my partner that
event.
I found at My House Music Festival.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
he's in that route now. So he was like, yo, let's keep the Jump Off Boys thing going. We didn't kind of establish that till later, but that's really when we started seeing like that day of House of Soul where we're like, you can't back to back with everybody. It just, unfortunately, if the styles don't go together, if like it just doesn't work, it doesn't work. But like me and him, when we back to back like our sets, it's just like, this makes sense and it's fire.
I see a lot of
So-
DJs now, younger guys that are mixing together. Is that what you guys are doing? Like,
Yeah.
Like one guy has one turntable and this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we're like a DJ duo. So
Oh,
like,
that's
kind of
nice.
think of like the Martinez brothers, Masters at Work. You know, so like we DJ together, but then we also produce together. As we're like how Masters at
So
Work
do you
does.
practice together, or this is all live on the whim?
No, so we just
Like, okay,
go.
I-
Oh, God, that's crazy.
So I think this was one of your first House of Souls.
I think I'm pretty
that
sure.
you?
Yeah, that's
That's
me in
him.
the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of my first sets of House of Soul.
So
I
I've-
don't even know what year that is.
I have to look back because I posted it out the year that it went up, but I ran across it a couple of days because our Facebook memories come up, and
Yeah.
I was like, I need to bring this. I need to like download this so I can bring it
Yeah.
up. So you at the time, this was your first House of Soul appearance, and at the time they had them in the trailers. I
Yeah.
think they had brought that
I think
trailer.
it was the Army trailer.
Yeah, it was the Army trailer that they had. And it was really cool. And you're there, and we were talking about this earlier. How I said, I go, do you know these guys? And you're like, no. I go, well, you're gonna get to know them today.
Yeah.
And I introduced you to David Sabat, Stacy Kidd, and then Lego. And I
Yeah.
turned around and told them at the time, I was like, this is my godchild. I was like, this is SYKO, and they now like they know your name synonymously. And to look at that picture, I like to do the,
Yeah.
what would you tell your younger self now? You're looking at your younger self right now.
It's crazy. It's
So-
honestly like I
so-
forgot all about the picture. I know we talked about it. I was like, wow.
So
that's
what would you say to that kid right now?
honestly, I think just be true to yourself. Like I feel like sometimes like around that time I was trying to fit like in a certain bubble and a certain standard of what other people wanted to listen to. So like I would kind of force myself to like put this record on or make a record sounding like this. So I wasn't true to who I actually was in my sound. So I would definitely tell myself that like just be true to yourself. And now, like you said, like people kind of hear my name and they, it's like, oh,
Well, they hear both of your names.
yeah.
You
So
know,
it's
it's
just
crazy.
like, so this is now me being true to myself, and yeah, I don't give a shit what anybody says anymore.
Good for
I
you.
think
You
for
guys
me
get-
back then I used to care what people think, So
Do you
now I
guys
don't
get
care.
booked like for all night or just like an hour set?
multiple
for
things,
anything.
multiple things. Like we have multiple packaging products, if I may say
Oh, I
that.
like that.
Oh, look at you guys.
Packages and products.
Like so, for example, a party called Tribe full performance comes with a whole tribe of people. Not only like me and him as a back-to-back duo, but also like a 5-piece band. Shout out to our homies Club Crib. They'll come through.
wow.
We have also our homie Lester Ray on congas, our homie Manuel Canchola on saxophone, Matthew Skills on bass, our homie West on drum set. We'll have our homie Ramo on keys, and we also have like our homie Alicia Monique on vocals, also singing, doing her thing. Our homie
While you guys are
Damn.
mixing. While you guys are mixing.
our homie
Oh, wow.
Tamari
Yeah.
T, he comes through, he plays the drum. He's also a funk god. He, and then we have like BCQ. It's a whole like dance group, and we have like just our house dancers. So like
It's a whole production.
It's huge. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
and we've created that throughout the party. But then also we have all the different 4 residents, me, SYKO, C's Days, Trey Daniels, all have significant styles. Trey Daniels is a dancing god. That man is like
I've heard C's Days. I've never heard of Trey
Trey Daniels, like he's starting to like DJ more, but he's a dancer.
he's so
He's-
and
but
how
he's
can I say
amazing.
like the caliber? How he's not like Mike Dunn caliber of dancing, but he's that next generation of dancers internationally, like world now. Like he's gonna go down as like one of the a new historian of the dance community as he keeps continuing. You know, he's fire, yo. He's
So
super fire.
while you guys are playing your set, what kind of music are you mixing, or is it your own music that you guys?
all of
produce?
that, all of that
everything.
is
It's mostly house,
Yeah.
like house, disco, like just in that whole, like, I would say in that.
So when you say house, because
Yeah.
you're talking to an old timer, what is house to you now? What do you consider house? Like, name me a group. Like, what's house to you?
Like, you mean like group, like DJs? Like,
No, like you. Cause you I'm trying to learn. Like, when you say house, I played house.
I think because there's a difference between when people say house.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they'll sit
especially here
there-
in Chicago.
Yeah.
Right.
And then well, it's just anywhere because even when you go to Jersey's house is not our house.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think for Pablo, he wants to know what your kind of house means to you
Like what artist or-
versus
Yeah.
you know what he or I
Because you
know.
said something earlier that threw me off. You're like, oh, I play EDM house or something like that. Like,
So there's,
To me, that's-
that was
that's
like.
different, though.
Yeah, so that EDM house, like, I don't play that no more. That was something that, like, if I wanted to play in a club at like 2010, 2011, that was like their form of like, this is what the house you
You
could
know,
play.
those were in the DJ pools.
Yeah.
Those were on the
Yeah,
torrent.
so that was what's on the radio at the time.
so
For me, house though.
okay, yeah.
I would say like who's in the house community right now that's like I'm just locked in
Artist
with.
wise, not DJ wise.
Yeah.
Artist wise.
Oh, like Mike Dunn.
Okay.
You know, so like Louis Vega.
Okay.
So that's for me. Like, you know,
Their
DJ
house
Spen.
music. Gotcha.
Who else? Gene Hunt. So
so you guys bring it back to what
Oh,
the
it's full
pioneers
circle.
were. Yeah.
It's full circle.
We
Okay.
bring it
Yeah.
back to the roots, even
Yeah.
like old like disco. Like for example, like diving into DJing also and a producer. I just locked in. I was like, I'm gonna just be a student. I want to know like where the producers like Jay Dilla, Premier, where did they get their stuff from, their reference. So you're looking into all these different things. I started discovering jazz artists and so on. Let's fast forward. Then we get into like, the blues, rock, disco era. Then you get into like the breaks and you realize that like James Brown break and a lot of those breaks were used for a lot of like club music. And then you start to see where the disco and the boom clap came in, and then that transformed into house music. And then you start to see when they started bringing in the rolling sound and then the acid sound, and it just all that is still going on today. That's all EDM too. It's electronic dance music. It's not acoustic. Ain't nobody playing it live, so it's EDM, but it ain't pop.
Oh.
Like that's the difference between like
Gotcha.
the house brand now. It's the same shit with like hip hop. It's either real soulful and it comes from the people.
Right.
It comes from all over anywhere and it sounds like indigenous to like where it's
Where it
at.
started at.
Or it could be pop, like you're trying to make $1 million or something like that.
So
And you can hear it.
you're catering to younger folks, right? 20s, 30s, because there's always an argument, right, about music, about here in Chicago, like especially in the Latino community, like we're stuck in the 80s, like our generation, right? Oh, we don't give. No, not just me. A lot of people, a lot of clubs here on the Southwest Side.
Yeah, I agree. They are stuck
They're
in
not
the
giving
80s.
this generation of house music
Yeah.
a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that? Are you involved in an argument?
Because our age
does
still
that
parties.
Even matter to you? Like,
I will say this. So I've DJ'd like like at bars and stuff like that in the South Side. Say like Xavier's and stuff like that. And yes, that's everybody in the South Side. They do gravitate more of like I want to hear that old school stuff. I want to hear that new stuff. I want to hear that old school stuff. So you know what we do? We grab that old school sound and make it a newer version of it. But it still has that flavor
The
to
roots.
it.
Okay.
The roots, the flavor of it, the little sazon in it still.
I like that,
So
sazon.
like to still
The
get
caveman.
to still give like I'm sorry, I'm gonna use the word old heads. Still like that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're still playing it.
But
Like,
how about people in your age group? Do they want to hear that, or do they don't really? I'm trying to get that.
so yeah, they're
clarified.
kind of sick of it too, as far as
Right?
like dang, like
They probably heard their parents.
yeah, so they're
I
sick
grew
of
up,
it
that's
too.
my dad's song, my
Yeah.
mom's song. They grew up with that.
But that's why we make our versions
Okay.
of it, because like it's gonna in a sense everyone's gonna love it.
Okay.
Like different generations are gonna gravitate toward it and love it. So like we'll grab like an old school song that was, you know, like a deep house song, but we'll make it into juke. You know, so like it's still gonna get the party rocking. It's still gonna make the people move.
Yeah, like the reference, it might even like excite like you, like in a while. It's like homie Andrew Mill, they just did the block party at in Pilsen,
Yeah,
the
the
Viva
Dance
Acid block
Mania,
party.
yeah.
And I played my juke version, my ghetto tech version of Kerry Chandler's In My System, and he was like, "Yo, what? What is that?" And like when you listen to it, you hear the breakdown, and if you understand how juke is formulated and why they put it together to juke and also footwork, you're like, "Yo, that's crazy," because it's not, because it could be as simple as somebody mashing it up and just changing the tempo, or you can understand all the elements and place them and like just as the artist did, you can redesign it and create something like very fire, new, but also still referencing the nostalgia of it. You know?
I like when you said that because Monday we went to Manning Bar out in Blue Island because DJ Felix Cuervas was in town from Hawaii, and he played this version of Bad Bunny. And I know how you feel about Bad Bunny.
I love
Pablo.
Bad Bunny. I love Bad Bunny. He's a fellow
But-
Puerto Rican. What are you talking about?
The house version of Bad Bunny, which
Okay.
I've never heard.
Yeah, I got it.
And he was like, I go, oh, and I'm trying to Shazam. He goes, girl, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to Shazam. He goes, it's unreleased. So I can only imagine that it's probably his version or it's something that he got from somebody and was like, no, this is exclusive to you. But it was so soulful. Like you wouldn't have, I was like, man. And the first thing I told him was like, man, if you would have rocked this in one of the, in one of the South Side clubs or in a festival, they would lose their mind.
Yeah.
But I gravitate to you, Marcus, in regards to how you continue to say it's knowing the elements of what it takes to go into the music. And the fact that you both have created a party called Tribe and are exclusively, like you said, we've got tiers of what you want when you're hiring us. We've got packages.
I like that.
That you are bringing together an entire, like almost like a band. Well, you are bringing a band.
Yeah.
You are bringing a band on top of the skills that you and SYKO have together. No, I don't think I've ever encountered. I mean, I've encountered it when we would go to the Undergrounds in '93 when Gene Ferris was around, Mana was around. I mean, they're still around, but they would have like a guy going around with, the timbalas.
Yeah.
And then they would have somebody coming around with a saxophone. Even I can't believe I'm going to forget them. But it was David Sabat's crew. I think it was not Latin Soul. God, it'll come to me. But when we would go to Quattro, they would have Louis doing the bongos, and then they would have a saxophonist and a trombonist, along with Lego, to turn around and do that whole entire, like, you weren't just getting the experience of the DJ that night, you were getting the experience of all of them.
Yes, yeah.
And I love that because it sounds like what you guys are doing exactly,
Yeah.
minus the vocalist, because the vocalist would obviously be who's ever on the track that they were playing or on the house song they were playing.
Yeah.
But I love how you're incorporating everything that you guys mindfully want to hear and want others to feel. Because I think that's one thing that is missing a lot from a lot of these DJ gigs, and a lot from when you don't look at what the crowd will appreciate and how to please the crowd and make the crowd move.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that I think a lot of DJs are trying to stem off from because they want to make sure that their mashups are great. But I always hear that you're not watching the dance floor. And when the dance floor clears, your job is to keep them on the dance floor, and their job is to break a sweat and get thirsty and go to the bar. And that's not what I'm seeing these days.
Yeah.
And then what I'm seeing these days is I'm not dancing enough that it causes me a heart attack. And then I go to the bar to try to get some water.
That's our age group. I'm sure those people in their 20s are.
But
just
no,
like-
because they're
Or are they just drinking, watching?
does
and
your
looking at their
crew
cell
drink?
phones?
Because
So,
I'm listening to like a lot of people saying that the newer like ages are not drinking.
Not as
Or
much.
dancing.
Not as much. I will say like it all depends, right? So like I'll go to certain places that's a younger crowd. It's not a house music night, and let's say I have a residency and I play like it's mostly a reggaeton bar. So I'll play a lot of reggaeton. That's what they want to hear. And a lot of younger kids, they're too cool to dance.
They're too cool.
They're way too cool to dance.
Very vibrant.
But like we talk about all the time. Like we have these conversations of like us back in the house party days. We were walking out, shirts dirty, pants dirty, completely sweaty. Like you know, just white tee wasn't even white anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so like now it's like people are too cool to dance, but you go to our party called Tribe, our like this is our house music event. There's everyone's dancing, you know. Okay. And what's cool about that space too is that we have a dance floor and then the bar is on the other side of the building. So it gives that space for people to dance. So, but
I like that. I need to show up to one of these.
Yeah, I'm pretty the Thursday thing at in Pilsen.
Yeah.
I think I want to go check you guys out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to,
so is that what you guys do on Thursday? You do the whole party called Tribe?
Every Thursday at Party Called Tribe, yeah.
Now you guys just did the Margarita Fest. How'd that go?
This past Sunday, yeah.
It was our second year. Yeah, second year closing out Sunday night.
Just you twos or your whole band?
Just us two. Yeah, just us two.
That's the package they got.
Yeah. That was
That's a package they could afford.
that was the jump off boys.
Yeah, so we did the Jump Up Boys package was just what we had on Sunday, and it was great. So like we kind of went from, we like to take people like on a roller coaster of emotions, like so the first thing someone came up before we even started was like, hey, what are you guys gonna play? You're gonna play house music? And dude told him, he's like, yeah, we got a little bit of that, but like we made sure we hit those, but like also, again, we're gonna go up in tempo, go down, just like the party is just gonna keep going, because in some parts of those festivals, people are like, okay, I'm done. No, we're gonna take you on a journey throughout the whole thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
How long is your set? Like an hour or two, or
that day we were cut a little short because there was like rain stuff, all that stuff. But like the band, they had to move everything out of the way, so we only got to play. We were supposed to play an hour 30. We got to play for like an hour 15.
Yeah, we got.
Okay, still no.
But we've done part.
We got it.
But we've done the Jump Off Boys set in under like 12 or 14 minutes before.
Jump Off Boy, is that something? What does that mean?
So the jump off boys, like
I'm jumping off on the turntable.
The jump off. So if you're a big hip hop head, you heard the Little Kim song. Just listen to the Little Kim song. You never heard the Little Kim?
It's the jump
off.
You're looking at me.
She's the cool one.
It's him.
I'm the dorky one. She's the cool one.
You ain't never heard it? Like just that whole era of like you can't even like Joe Button.
Jump off me. What does that mean?
You ever so
explain it to him because I won't.
Break it down.
I'm also like a you got served, step up, doing it for Little Saint fans. So
one at a time. Let's concentrate on Jump Off Boy.
You can't be Little Saint.
I graduate to the other one yet.
I'm one of those guys. You get me hot enough.
It's
you play
millennial
my track,
coded for sure. I'm definitely millennial.
I'm dancing my ass off.
So you're gonna have to watch You Got Served.
But first let me jump off.
It's just what the music. It's what the music does for you. So like, when they say like yo, it's kind of like you saying like yo, this part is the the shit. This is the jump off, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's a term.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the jump off.
I'm thinking I'm jumping on their turntable. Not jumping off their turntables.
No.
You guys are jumping off,
the
off
jump
the
off.
sets.
Yeah, it's the jump off.
Turn your chair.
It's okay.
It's the jump off.
You never heard of the jump off before?
I had. No, she's
have.
the cool one. Sorry.
I have, but I wanted you to explain it to him.
I'm not the only one. I'm sure some listeners are out there. Like,
Yeah, I agree. There's
are
some
you talking
listeners who
about?
are listening out there who are like,
Yeah.
really?
I'm gonna sing them the Little Kim song. Dun.
Yeah.
No, I know who Little Kim is, but I'm
Yeah.
not,
But you don't listen to her.
No, I don't. But I know who she is. But I don't listen to her. You're right. It's not my thing, But
She say jump off so much you can be like, oh,
She
so that's
does.
what the jump off is.
Okay, well, now I know it's a
And
term
we're gonna-
of like getting down.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
now we're gonna have, over the weekend,
Now
we're gonna have to go watch You Got Served.
What is that?
She's in it.
It's a movie. Yeah, she's in it.
Oh, okay.
There's so many jump offs in that movie.
Yeah.
So many jump offs in that movie.
Now I know what that means. Thank you.
But for what it is like it's a DJ duo, producing duo of me and him.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, and like, yes, we could do like an MDOK and SYKO mix, but like when we do the title Jump Off Boys, just kind of, you're gonna get a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get, it's gonna be a little bit more impactful, even if it's like Jump Off Boys playing like at a party called
Is there a
Tribe.
certain dance to this jump off thing?
No.
Nah, it's
I'm
just,
jump offing.
it gives
Maybe
us
to put it in perspective would be like, let's say Louis Vega and Kenny Dope did a set as opposed to they did a set as Masters at Work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you formulate that in your head?
Yeah, that I
They be
understand.
beating it
Yeah.
up when they masters at work. It's crazy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've seen them
So,
together.
Yeah.
I've seen them together. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, that is just if that's what you're, because I've never seen you guys together, but if that's what you're describing, what you'll get when watching you two, I can just
So
imagine.
a jump
Yeah,
off set
yeah.
is your personal performance of within your set.
Yeah, we're
This
gonna
is a
jump it off.
set.
Hey, Patrick, how are
People
you?
that have seen you do this before are going to expect certain things during this.
Oh,
jump
yeah,
off
they're gonna
set,
expect-
And
they're
it could
gonna
be a
know
lot. It could
music.
be a
The
lot. So
tempo's not going to stay consistent.
oh no,
It's
not at
gonna
all.
go slow to fast. It's going to be all over the
It's gonna
place.
be
It's
fun.
gonna
Gotcha,
be
okay.
a.
It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fun
Thank
roller
you.
coaster.
They're
And
better
thank you
to
for that name
explain it
calling
to
me. Like this one
you.
over here.
Oh, yeah.
They're better to explain it to you
Yeah.
than I.
You're gonna
They
want.
respect their elderly. I like
You're gonna
that.
want, as a DJ, you're gonna want several of our tracks or either half of what
Yeah.
we play. Like,
Yeah.
you know, as a DJ, like that's what
Like
we're
that.
coming with.
And
like
well, we touched on it back earlier. Like it's not planned. Like we literally just
Live.
look at each other and like, but they're like literally about to jump on. Like
He
what's
brings
the
a bag
move?
of goodies, and I
I'm like,
bring
what's
a
the
bag of
what's the
goodies.
move? Cool.
Hey,
We're gonna start.
Monica.
We're gonna start with this. Then we just start
So
with
you got-
that, and that's
Are you
it.
doing your like USBs or your computers, and you just
It can be both. It could just be
Ah, bing,
USBs.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
I was trying to get him, but he was like, I got a USB, and I'm like,
Just on me, I had a USB
yeah.
on
So
me.
I was
yeah.
like, damn it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I like the USB.
I know you like USBs. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Mine's
But
right
I
there.
wanted him to play his tracks today.
Yeah.
You know, but unfortunately, I should have let you know a little sooner.
Maybe a
Yeah.
week before, not an hour before would help, right?
Well, hell.
I was gonna bring my bag to be honest, but I forgot it.
If
at
there's
the house.
one track that we would want you guys to listen to, is That Talk. It's an original house
Yeah.
track that we made. I'm on the
It-
vocal.
Can I find it on YouTube?
What
Yeah,
platform?
yeah.
It's
Is it
on-
TrackSource or?
It's on all platforms.
It's on all. It's not on TrackSource, but it's on
Yeah, it's
all
on
streaming platforms.
streaming
Yeah,
platforms.
Okay,
Okay.
so if I look up,
it's just
what's it called?
Just-
just
She
look
will
up
look it
Psycho
up.
Chicago, and then That Talk.
So if I wanted to buy it, can I go to Apple Music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on
Psycho
there. So
Chicago.
it's a
Spotify.
track. It's a track that I made. It's I did the whole production behind it, and then I finished the whole beat, and then I sent it to him. I'm like, I need a vocal for this, and he did the vocal over it.
Oh, you sing?
Yeah, all right. I
nice.
do.
It was like it was
Oh,
more
yeah,
of like
yeah.
I want to say it's like
yeah.
more a spoken word.
This
Yeah,
is
that
the
was-
package.
Yeah, that's more.
Which one is it? Oh, Talk That?
Yeah,
That Talk.
yeah.
Okay.
Talk that.
Okay, hold
So
on.
that's something that.
So
yeah.
what kind of music style do you consider this?
It's house.
It's house,
Okay,
yeah.
I want to hear. Yes, let's hear this. Okay, that's house right there.
Oh, it's house.
Yeah.
I did sample. Why am I drawing a blank right now?
Is it Summer Madness? Or-
Yeah, Summer Madness. Yeah.
By the way, Facebook, they own the rights to this track.
You're cutting us off.
And you're cutting yourself off in that screen over there.
Oh, I'm
Look at the
chilling.
TV.
Yeah, good.
It comes into the hard form.
Yeah.
And it was banging.
I like this.
So, is
Is
that
it-
you
is
on
this,
keyboard or you sampled
Cool in
that?
the Game?
It's Summer Madness.
Oh, summertime.
Summer Madness.
Yeah, yeah.
Not summertime. You're thinking Will Smith.
Not the Will Smith. No.
Then it takes over you.
I'm pretty saying like once you win it, you win it. You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean, once you in it, you in it.
Oh, that
You're getting them all
I
excited.
hear an echo. Okay, yeah.
It's
house.
the feeling.
That's coming from a new wave DJ. Yeah, that's house.
Once you in it,
Yep,
you in
I
it.
recognize
You know
that.
what to play for.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that one
Yep.
probably.
Now
So
you
like
gotta download it.
we
Put that
kind
in
of go into different like again like we kind of go into
Yeah.
roller coaster. Like we have juke songs, we have
Yeah, I got.
club songs like Jersey Club. and
That's
stuff
two
like that.
house-
That track's legit.
If you really want to get acquainted with like my sound, I got 2 house albums out.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
a whole. He has 2 albums that like all original,
I
songs.
like that, I like
he has
that.
a song with his mom on there, like he sampled. Yeah.
Wow.
His voicemail, right? It's a voicemail.
Nah,
from
she
him.
was chilling with us. I was like, I was at the crib. She was talking shit at
just
Gonzo's
recording
crib, and I just put record, and I was just like,
and then he
she
used it
was-
for a whole track, and it's
Yeah,
it's
she was
amazing.
What was she talking about?
she
Like,
was just because
don't
she's
you-
71. She's like, I'm looking for, you know, I said I got a lot of money in my pocket. You know, I'm saving for a young sweetheart. You know, and all that. She just talking stuff. You know, she was like, I work hard for the money.
So
And
we
then
got
she just-
DJ
you know,
Jade in the house. How you doing, mija? We
What's
also
up?
got look at Sue. Sue's like making sure she's covering all of us right now. So that's right. You mod for us, Sue. You mod for us.
Thank you.
I love that track. And again, I got to start listening to more music. 'Cause usually I would like listen to music?
It's hard. It's like a regiment. It's like eating your greens. It's like homework. It's like getting up for a run.
Yeah.
You gotta keep a good line of music, and then you still have to organize it. And literally, you just gotta be honest with what your taste. If you like it, what does it do for you? If it's weak,
You go to a website now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a DJ, right? And I look for, like, right now, because of the set coming up, I'm looking for new house music. There's so much. Like, you get lost. Every day there are new tracks being released.
I follow.
How can you keep up?
I
It's
follow
like
the
so much,
I
man.
follow the producer.
That's what I do. I go by producer,
Yeah.
and then I kind of go into like, what are they listening to?
Yeah,
as
who do
well.
they love? Who
Yeah.
they've been mentoring, or who have
Yeah.
they been, and then that leads you off into a network
Now-
of things you'll never be disappointed.
And then you start going down a rabbit hole of like, kind of, I start going into their sets of like, where are they going with that? Oh, this is a different artist. Let me go look into them. Then go down the rabbit hole with them.
And how much time is that? 5 hours, right? Probably.
Oh, it could be hours.
Yeah.
So,
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Whoops.
and then when I don't have time and I'm just driving, like I literally just put my Spotify on my favorite artists and just do a randomizer of like what they're listening to or what's relevant with them. And that's kind of how like I find new music too.
See, and that's what I do. And it's funny because me and DJ QMM, we've got different ways of listening to music.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you all music. That's just because of who I am. I love music, so I'll listen to anything and everything. And then he's got a different way of listening to his music, and I'll be like, "Well, didn't you hear this?" He's like, "Well, no, I was listening to this." I'm like, "Dude, you're missing out." So I'll listen to like Purple Disco on XM radio. And then I'll listen to like right now they got DJ Woody now that's on Groove. But I'll listen to like these different DJs, including Pitbull and stuff, and I'll start shazamming songs. Like I haven't heard this, I haven't heard that. Arthur Baker has a really good show on Studio 54, and he like puts out all those new tracks. Plus, he just did a new track himself. So it's like I said, for me, it's more like the DJ, because I don't always know the producer. So
Yeah.
you guys gotta.
Told you she was the hip one.
But I love music. If I had to fill my day of not watching Gilmore Girls because I know I drive him nuts, I could watch reruns on anything or Hallmark. But if I'm like at work or whatever, if I'm driving, like we got a 3-hour drive, I'm gonna be listening to different DJs and just kind of hearing that different music because that's just what I do.
So I started doing that too, of like hearing different DJs, and like it's not necessarily like I want the songs that they're playing. It's mostly I want to get inspired by like the new music I'm hearing, and that's why I start taking those inspirations and start making my own like music too. It's like listening to different sounds is like it's a big part of that.
I see it in like I like to make an art form reference every time. I either it's painting or you're serving a dish. It's like how you serving it up to this new. It's a blank canvas. It's it's an empty plate. You got ingredients and you got different colors. How you serving it to this crowd in this instant, because that's what you, when you go on like YouTube and you watch any of your favorite like artists or something, as you're listening, but you also should take note of that, because if they're not doing it for that, then you could have been practicing at home. That's kind of what I tell people. Like if you were just coming to practice, you could have just stayed home. But if you, for real, like once you get there, like don't get me wrong, we all went through it, we all go there. But like now that I know and I see how much it's used and I see how much it's abused, like if you're not doing it to either release yourself, play these, and encourage, incite, bring people some new flavor and really like plan it, dance a little bit yourself, you're really practicing it, or you're trying to get to the cool, and that's not what we're DJing for.
Yeah.
I saw this funny thing real earlier, and this guy was like, he's like, ugly people make bangers. All these fucking cute looking other people, their music sucks. He's like, we need them ugly fucking techno music bangers, And I was like, you right, yo. The bangers are made by grunt, like, stank face situations.
Yeah. I mean,
Thanks remix.
I've seen it. Like everybody wants to be like, a lot of DJs just want to be models.
Oh yeah. So you guys don't be dancing with bikinis on, like
Nah.
You're
everyone's
a
doing all
dork.
this.
Nah.
and
You're a dork.
They're not even having like their earphones not even plugged in.
You see me in like some Michael Jordan
Yeah.
type shorts, some 90s swagger.
But
like
yeah,
that.
but
That's about it.
What I'm getting at, the DJ form has changed. It's
Yeah.
like you have to do something on stage. We didn't have that back in my day. No one was really looking at the DJ back then. It was about the dance. Now the DJ is the centerpiece.
Yeah.
Right? So you got people staring at you. And some people, I look at these guys, they're moving knobs that don't need to be moved. The songs nowadays are almost recorded perfectly.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do all that shit. But they're just trying to, is it because of someone's staring at you, you gotta play it off?
It's because everything is
You know?
everything is recorded now.
Yeah.
So,
You-
yeah.
They're trying to. It's like a.
I'm
it's
glad
a-
you guys don't do that.
It's a compliment. It's like it's funny because they're literally complimenting the people that they want to be like, which are literally the great fucking legends and the fucking black producers, the motherfuckers who are working the faders, listening to the music, putting it down on the frequency that it needs to, swelling it up, and then dropping it at the crowd, and not just like they're throwing sound around the arena and the room. That's that fake stuff is trash. Like you just.
But you don't understand what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
because
right?
because when you really do it, it's kind of just like them old people hitting the drum. You gonna move to it because it's gonna catch you. It's like you go and you take the whole sound out. Like you're doing that by hand. It's always gonna be better than just letting the track do it. 100%.
Yeah.
That's I like watching Gene Hunt because he
he's
really
master at it.
he gets into
a
his
master.
stuff. Like he knows he
time.
knows exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And I love watching the way he moves to his even
Yeah.
his own tracks.
That's Unk right there.
And Bulu Master's another one. He's one that always like you'll see him be like, and all of a sudden he'll be like. And he'll just bring it all out, and I love it. I love watching them just like
Right,
just go off.
Gene. I saw him perform at the Hideaways not too long ago, and that's the first time I've seen him besides on footage, live.
To be in his element.
Yeah,
You have to see him be in his
Amazing.
like
And I
really
saw him
element.
in his
you
element,
really-
and
yeah.
he was just not different level.
Amazing.
Like
Jay.
Hideaways was
But-
okay, but if you would have saw him over at Simone's, and he just, I mean, the day he played Always and Forever, I'm like, oh my God, first time I ever heard that, and he did that whole song, and it was a house track, and just the movement, he's just like,
Well, that's different because he's creating a version live. It's just coming out of him, out of his soul. But I'm talking about the guys who are just moving shit.
Moving
without-
buttons.
yeah, yeah.
Without
But,
having to-
but I'm saying
having to
those
know,
guys
yeah.
try to be like that, but just
They try to
letting the
emulate it.
I think they try too hard or something. I don't know what it is. It just looks weird for me.
But again, that's why I say everything is recorded. So they see that they're on video, so they're like, okay, let me look busy.
Yeah,
When
there you
you're
go.
not doing anything.
Okay.
So I'll see these videos. I'm just like, you just touch channel 3, and it's not even. The volume's not even up.
Yeah.
he's like, I studied that board, and I know.
No.
Yeah,
Am I
If
missing
you know, you
something
know.
there, you know?
Yeah. Knowing all I know, I'm very judgmental when I watch a DJ
Yeah.
thing. No shade. I'm gonna look at the crowd. Is it real?
Yeah.
What is he playing? How is he playing? Okay, 3 minutes in, he okay. And soon listening to the first blend, no matter what it is. If it don't make sense, it don't even gotta be perfect. But if it don't make sense, I'm like, okay. Then I'll give it a chance. And after them,
Just playing
fast
whatever.
forward. Then if I felt like the energy picked up, you should be able to tell if you take that motherfucker from the first and you skip right here, there should be a feel of energy that picks up. And if you don't feel that energy pick up, next. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a session. The momentum is anything you get into as art form is a session. You're gonna start, but it should build. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how
It
I
should
feel.
build.
But that's how we were with our friends. Our friends were with us. If there was trash, it was trash. If that transition was bad, cool. My friend just told me that means I gotta fix it up. But I'm just trying to make you better.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people right now, this whole generation is just really big on my friend's a DJ, he's good, and that's it. But there's nothing behind that.
There's nothing he can move a crowd or
No, it's
you
just
know.
Yeah.
no.
You guys play up north too, right? Is there a difference in your eyes from the north side crowd and the south side crowd? And if so, what is it?
Northside crowds.
I have a take on that. But.
Northside crowds just, I would say they're more friendlier, you know what I'm saying?
Friendlier.
Thank you. I need this to work.
I would say they're more open-minded.
Okay.
They're definitely open-minded, and like I said, they're just more friendlier. They're just okay, bro, cool,
Yeah.
go. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, they got their refinements. But Southside's nah, this shit gotta be like this, or we ain't trying to hear it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? We just we know what's good. we know what's good.
Or
How
they'll
you gonna tell
leave.
us what's good?
Like, but then it goes again. Like, why we make the music we make is because we want to make sure. I hate to use the word cater, but like we want to make sure everyone is enjoying themselves. You know, so that's why we do what we do.
I love the take on it. I was listening. I don't know if you guys listened to the Industry DJs, their podcast, and I think it was. I always forget his name. The one that I liked his podcast. Was it Boy Genius?
Yeah, Boy Genius
Boy
was on there
Genius
recently. Yeah.
and Mad Jazz, and the guys our industry brothers always ask, who did you want to see, and the first thing these two guys says, like, you guys need to have MDOK and SYKO here, and I was like, I need to make that one happen,
Yeah.
because you're, to me, it's like, I mean, granted, you're 2 generations beyond us, but still, it's that the way you guys choose to make a movement for not just the culture itself, but a vibe that you want to create that's completely different from what anybody else has created.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can sit here and say, we created packages.
I love that.
I don't
I'm
think
stuck on that.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say we provide. You hear a DJ say I provide packages, but that's mostly for like a wedding. You guys are talking like on a festival level, a
Performance level.
club
Yeah,
level
parties,
that
yeah.
I want to throw. I'm giving you a package. It's the
What
jump
are
off.
you two considered? What package are you? A or silver?
Just
we're-
the Jump Off
we're-
Boys
we're-
package.
Okay, jump up. Would you include just you twos, right?
We're
Yeah.
one of the, we also like are one of like our most highly billed packages, and if I may say,
Yeah.
one of our most highly billed and award-winning packages. if I
It's
may say.
you guys.
Yeah.
The biggest
jump-off
one though
package.
is our full band, but this is the second
Yeah,
one.
Okay.
we're Red Bull champions as Jump Off Boys. So we won a DJ competition together a couple years back.
Oh damn!
Is that, what else?
Through Red
what
Bull.
else have they
Yo,
done?
how come I don't know any of this about you? I feel like I'm completely
What's
freaking
funny
lost.
is that I'm moving more stuff out of my sister's house. I have the trophy in the car right now, actually. But
Your girl needs to go get that trophy. Shoot, I want to see it.
Display it.
I'm telling you, because I mean, I know who was it that.
So who did you guys
Who was
battle?
the one that was? Metro. Metro's always been the Red Bull champion. Am I right?
yeah.
that was a 3-style.
Okay.
I
Where is
believe.
that?
It was,
That
Freestyle.
3-style is more turntablism.
so 3 Style started at the Mid. I know you know what the Mid is.
Yeah,
Of course.
The club,
Yeah.
the mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like right on the end of his days, 3 Style was an event that Red Bull brought together to see who's the most poppin'est DJ that can stick to 3 genres and play the dopest set.
Genres.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what I'm saying?
Genres, okay.
So that also kind of like made DJs also refine their skill and like limit the party to 3 genres, but super refined 3 genres, you know? So like Boy Genius was a winner of that, Metro and a few other guys, and they went across, town, linked up with like, Jay Espinoza and a few other cats from DJ Ease from out of New York. But just that also started a whole wave of crazy stuff because those people started linking together, and those are also turntablists, but they also have roots of like house music and everything they
Yeah.
come from.
So when you guys battled, was it on 1200s or on digital?
no, it was
Players?
digital. This
Yeah.
one was more of a
This was like a whole new concept that
Yeah,
they were
whole new
introducing.
concept.
It was a DJ duo
Okay.
that I think they introduced into in Canada first, and then they brought it to the States and Chicago. It was the first time they did it in Chicago. They asked us to do it, and we battled like I think it was there was 5 other.
Out of state DJs or local?
local.
Everything was
both.
Chicago.
Okay,
local,
Chicago,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then we ended up winning. So yeah, it was.
Congratulations.
Yes.
And it was-
I would
Why
clap.
didn't you know
I
about
would
this,
clap.
Stephanie?
I would clap, but I
But- I
don't
thought you
have
were
the
the lead.
clapper.
I
So
thought you
we'll
were
just
the-
have to do this.
So it was cool because it was like one of those.
Oh, there we go. This whole entire time. Oh, cut off his mic. Well, we can't have him because his mic cut off. So,
So how long was your set? And he said it was a three
That
kinds of
was
music?
so.
Or
This
that's
was
different?
That was-
this was
that
a
was
separate, different
Okay,
type of
okay.
competition. So this one was the DJ duo one. So basically, it was called Turn It Up. So they basically did a roulette of challenges. So like we went off against another duo, and it was a roulette, and it stopped at a genre. Let's say, like
Her favorite
songs,
Banda.
like no,
banda music.
a song.
Kidding.
A song that you would hear at like a sports event.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like a sports event, like
The theme song of football.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
you would have to play that for, I think it was like a minute.
Like 3 minutes. It was like 3
3
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah,
One
3 minutes, right.
one team will go for 3 minutes. The other team will go for 3 minutes.
Of that genre?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we became
And
prepared.
then the crowd had to choose which color, like one inside of it.
Yeah,
like
so
how
it's a
you wanted
bracelet.
it.
With
They
the
would choose
bracelet?
Yeah.
red or blue.
Oh,
So-
damn.
So yeah, they
You
got
wanna
to
talk about
so
some-
the crowd got to
some-
choose the winners.
That's wise.
Yeah.
That's
I like
how
that.
you know you really won when you got the
Yeah.
crowd.
Well, hell, with
and
the
this was on the
bracelet.
north side and from the south side. So just saying.
Damn. All right. Well,
Yeah,
you
this
know,
was at the Cubby Bear. I
clap
think.
again, boy. You know, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Oh, he's gonna be in charge of it. Yeah, no, you
But
can't
yeah.
hear it. There you go. There you go. Oh my God, that is so cool. It's the little questions that we ask that we just like kind of find out more stuff about you guys. I gotta say, you guys got a head on your shoulders like none other. Like seriously, none other. I don't think I
And
could
they're
ever.
not showboating either. They're just
No,
humble
and,
and-
it's not. Yeah, and they're
love
humble
that.
about it, but at the same time, it's just like,
impressive.
yeah,
Most
I
impressive,
got.
as my friend Darth Vader would say.
Yes, it's beyond impressive. I think, just because I mean I don't know DJs that think in that manner, to take it to not the next level, not even the next level after that, but to that platinum in the sky level. And I mean, if there's other DJs, then come and correct me. But I don't think I've seen that or heard it.
appreciate it.
I've always been aware of the generations that come before us, and so it's like, how do we continue and still like grow in this and still like do it for like ages? I was trolling someone dude online. He's talking stuff about Alexander Technique, and he's like, "Who is this guy? Why is he on the bill?" I was like, "Yo, do your research. He got like tracks with Todd Terry, and he's established like, well, this and that." Then he's like, "Then who are you? Nobody know you. This and that." You're probably. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go like Carl Cox status. I got plenty of time, bro. 35.
Yeah.
Plenty of time, bro. You get me? So like, it's like, how can we keep doing this for generations? Because I see a lot of people like lose their passions in it, and it's like, I don't think you really have to lose your passions if you have like certain get-togethers and playgrounds open, and you are always doing things like this. It's a ongoing. You're always gonna learn about stories and different. Things that are either similar or different from you from different ties. Like there's still people that I want to link with in Paris. We've been branching off to New York. We're getting in tight with our homies over there, and we're literally the same conversation. They have like the same upbringing, and we're learning so many little different endeavors, But ultimately, it brings us all together as tribe, So that's one of my
I
biggest
think with something that like what's really cool, someone has brought it to my attention before, is that like we're the perfect bridge of the generation. So like we bring the new, we bring the old, and we're kind of like trying to fuse both
In
of
the
them
right
together.
spot right now in your DJ career. Perfect.
We may have to have you guys for the conference this year.
Be
We'll
nice.
talk off the air.
I like
Okay.
that performance with the band and I never seen that.
I don't have money. I don't have money like that, but we'll talk.
Yeah, that's who.
I don't have money like.
How many people
We're a
attend?
not for
That's super,
profit.
yeah, that's super special for me. Like I formulated the idea a long time ago. I was doing a wedding in Pilsen. Hunky Tunk has this little secret garden space. They did like a few house jams right there too, but it's an outside space. And I invited one of my homie Jocelyn. She put me in tune with Alicia, my homie Matt, and then I was just playing the wedding with them, and I was cutting up, and I was just like, boom, boom, and then I put it up, and they kept on timing, on beat, and everything, and I just started playing with a bunch of songs like that, and I'm like, yo, let's get together at this event at Twisted Cantina one time. I got a whole night. Who cares what everybody says? I'm gonna put three people on the band right there. We did a whole like open format set, but we 90s hip hop, regular shit that you hear in the club. Murder
Yeah,
She
I think
Wrote,
I went there for one
know.
of his sets at
But-
Twisted Cantina.
But it's mainly, I do like to mainly play a strong thing of funk, house, and that because it's more gathers people in. Then I was like, later on I started to get the opportunity to do Penny Whistle. So then I brought my homie Manuel and Lester, and I like one of our first big weekend nights. We got to bring out Terry Hunter, and I had them play alongside with us, and we did that
Amazing.
same thing, and it was crazy. Even Terry was like, "Yo, what the fuck y'all got going on over here?" Like, and then I was like, then we had another chance, and I was like, everybody come through. We did the Metro.
Have you guys done
Yeah.
the Chosen Few?
No,
we
no,
have
no,
not.
Not yet,
Nah.
right?
Nah, it'll be some time. You know,
Definitely on the bucket.
I was gonna
list.
say that needs to be on a bucket list.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Not
they
too
can go and
soon.
get the damn Martinez boys, they can bring you on there.
I mean, they just had SYKO, so you know we pay our roots. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be time. Like even if it's like 5 years from now.
Well,
like,
it took
it's-
44 years
Yeah.
for me to get.
To be honest, like
show.
it's definitely on the bucket list, but it's something that we
You'll
would
get
never want to
called.
rush. You know, like
Yeah.
it's something that like when the time it's time. You know, it just happened to me recently. Like when I just DJ'd at Maria's for Brunch Locks, and I've been following that party for years, and I've been waiting for that phone call. You know, and then he finally was like,
Yeah, that's
I've
on
been
my
wanting-
bucket list.
and
Maria's.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
So
I
I
was-
see
yeah.
it had,
great.
It looked like this unique vibe.
Yeah.
amazing
You know,
time.
Yeah.
right? And everyone just doing their thing, and it looked like they're really enjoying the
Yeah,
music.
it
and-
was an amazing time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
I played that with Lady D and David Sabat. too,
Oh, man,
and
yeah.
those guys. It was fucking amazing. We had
Yeah, I can
time.
imagine. I
was
can
a great
imagine.
time.
We did our thing. It was nuts.
Any let me take you back. So when you first started, do you remember any promoter who gave you that opportunity at a major club?
I mean, so
wanna give them, like, a shout out or
we
something?
were always like, to be honest, yo, I opened up for Designer Drugs at Congress when I was playing like new wave and minimal tech and like very like.
You're my
you know,
guy.
Like that's you know, I was like, cause that's like deep down, that's kind of what we played in the room when nobody's looking. I'm playing like Eric Prides and stuff like that. I'm playing that stuff with Glenn Underground.
Underground, yeah.
And you know, so I'm getting real deep and like, yo, this is crazy, you know, cause no vocals needed, just sound, you know. So I got an opportunity to do that, and then it just kept happening. A lot of different opportunities to just be on a big stage. I opened up for Pierre at My House Music Festival. That was kind of the year that had happened with Julian, and he couldn't play. But like,
Oh, yeah.
but even though that was our festival, like I always put myself aside because I'm like, yo, the people need to hear this person. Like, yeah, I could play the main slot, but no, the people need to hear this person at this time because.
Yeah.
Like, if I was playing the track list, that's how it would elevate. That would be the boom at the end, you know what I'm saying? So we always paid homage with that. So doing that, I was able to, like, play alongside of, like, Stacy Kidd. Like, as I go, in different pockets, different ways, whether it was opening, mid-slot, closing, like, I done been on stage with
I think
so
the
many
last time
people.
I saw Stacey Kidd live was in 1986.
Are you serious?
Oh wow.
Yeah, he used to sell records at Imports.
Oh.
I believe that. Yeah, because that's the last time I
Oh
seen
my
him
God,
in
he does so
person.
many sets.
And then to hear how he has elevated, you know, it's
His
like-
sound
It's
is
just I'm like happy for
amazing.
him, you know.
Yeah, so I've been on stage with many people. I can't even say I don't even have a favorite. I just like that whole from beginning to end being on the stage with a bunch of people who are pushing that passion, that select. You know what I'm saying? Even from the opener, hoping to one day be the closer, like you know, to the closer wanting to enjoy the show because that opener is now one of the best people and you know
Yeah.
type stuff.
So
full
what's
circle.
so I'm assuming as a DJ, your dream set would be at the Chosen Few of
Oh yeah, with our full band,
That's like-
with our full band
Yeah.
and all our dances, yeah, we'll murder that shit.
Maybe you can
They need
make
a
that
bigger
happen.
stage. They're gonna need a bigger stage for that one.
We'll murder. They know.
Oh,
they,
he knows already. Oh, we're gonna
Well, if
throw
he
down.
said it, he's been with Terry Hunter, so Terry Hunter
Yeah.
should already know.
I mean, all of them. We also like shout out to our godmother. You know, that Celeste. She like our auntie.
Oh, Celeste Alexander?
Yeah, that's like our auntie right there. You know, fire. Another one. You know, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Dwayne Powell. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we also have a great relationship with them. We always gonna keep working. Like I feel like people like when I bring Celeste to Tribe and she kills it, people be like, yo, what? Who's like?
Because I love her story. She was a DJ, had a hard background, in the middle where she kind of like fell off, due to drug usage, and then she had this massive comeback.
You know,
And I think people to this day don't give her enough credit where credit is due, because that comeback was very hard for her.
yeah.
You know, and the fact that she had asked people who she understood that she burned, but was trying to mend those fences, that wouldn't even give her that chance. She found a different way to go ahead and do what she's doing now. I believe she has a fabulous story. I wouldn't mind having her here one day.
Amazing.
Since she's your auntie,
amazing.
you let your auntie know I would love to have her here. Please do. But I just find her story so fascinating, and just an inspiration to those who can fall down and find their way back up. So I'm glad that you have a mentor in her. Dwayne Powell's awesome. He is just phenomenal. You'll see him at the House Music Festival as well. But you've got some powerful people behind you both, and to be able to walk around and say, there are mentors, there are friends, there are family. Not very many people can say that about that many people that you guys have encountered. So kudos to you on that. Because I just recently met Dwayne Powell via conference calls. I've never met Celeste. I just barely got to know Soul Cat. And I mean, again, I'm at an age where I should know all these folks, and you guys are half my age, and you already know these folks. And
you're breaking bread, like you said.
Yeah.
I love that.
Literally, like, it's, I can throw some dinner on and make a couple of calls, and they'll be there. So what is literally on your bucket list?
Just really to take this sound and what we do to other cities alike, and even overseas, because I know once this hits overseas or like in Europe, it's gonna go crazy. But then I don't want to be too overwhelmed where they're like, we want you guys all the time, and we can't even touch back base over here and continue the encouragement and teachings that need to happen. Because that's usually what happens. They'll take somebody and go off over there. Then motherfuckers get lazy and they come back over here, and then it's a whole new sound that it shouldn't be. Then you got to pick back on the step, and then the old school comes back out, and people are like, oh yeah, that's like, nah, we don't need to do all that again. We don't need to do that cycle no more. We can do what we have. Like we're doing it. I can see everybody, like, from the old house heads and the more gigs that they're getting, how they're overseas in the seasons, even the new guys. Like, we're getting to it. It's kind of more of like, do we see each other, and are we willing to support each other as we're going? Because we're all doing it,
Yeah. And it's hard. I mean, I'm sure that it would be hard because sometimes you can't take everybody. You know what I mean? And I think that's where sometimes people tend to fall off when they're a big group like that, is that sometimes you can't take everybody with you. And sometimes it's going to be a solo situation, and is everybody understanding on that situation? And I think that's something that when it does come to play, that's probably going to be one of the discussions. Like, hey, like you said, I wanted him on there. He was going to be on there. So we shared that space, and understanding that sometimes people don't want to share that space.
I know. We had a brother like that too, and still to this day, he's a phenomenal DJ, fucking fire. J-Star's a beast. He's a beast. He's one of the residents of Tribe, but J-Star's big. J-Star needs his own space. J-Star's big. He's dope. I love the brother. That brother's smart. But, there's artists and calibers, and another one of my homies breaks it down so well. Boy Genius, we talk about is different leagues, you know what I'm saying? You could be in a G League, NBA, you could be at the little pickup league at the park, you could be playing in overseas clubs. Overseas got a bunch of clubs, But it's just what league are you playing in, you know what I'm saying? And who are you playing for? Who's the audience? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I'll give it to, because you are millennials. Boy Genius is another one that I really admire. And he's got ways. I mean, he was, the day that I heard his podcast interview, and he was just dropping nuggets, dropping them like, you can go to a coffee shop and pop open this and, make your own drink and have them buy it and take a percentage off of the drink. Like, I'm making $5 off of this drink, but was giving like free coffee mugs. Get the coffee, get the drink. So he gave him the free coffee mugs, but he told him to get the drink that he created. I mean, it's just those things that you're not thinking about. And I think a lot of DJs don't think about the outside concept, such as yourselves. And he was one of them that I heard. And I even told Mike, I was like, this kid is phenomenal. And he even said, I'm giving you what you need as a DJ. Don't tell me that I got to wait for a club and be at a club. You can find a coffee spot and say, can I do this and can I do this and can I do this? He goes, you can make $20 in less than 5 minutes.
Where do you like to hang out? Like, if it's at the park, set up in the basketball court, set up a concession. You can jam there every day. Yo, we used to hang out on the corner in Pilsen all the time, across the street from Dvork. We even DJ'd out there a few times too when they let us. Like, we used to do everything, and we started running parties over there, and those led to house parties, $5, $10 at the door, and now we making money. Like it works.
I mean, it's a branding concept.
Yeah.
It's a branding concept. Period. Yeah. Since I asked you what you would tell yourself, because you got the chance to say your younger self earlier, Marcus, what would you tell your younger self if you were standing in front of them, because you're at a halfway point in your life right now? What would you tell your younger self right now, as you guys are looking at each other?
I don't know. Probably just keep going. If I may say, keep going. I don't know. Keep going. Cause I'm the picture and media guy for like all of our stuff. So I be going back and forth across the timeline, looking at picture, archiving stuff. So I kind of look back at pictures frequently, so I get to have that recollection. And it's like, we've been doing a lot over the years, and we have something for everybody and everything. So I would just say keep going, stay true, keep the formula going, keep seeing people and keep noticing it, and just, you got it.
Any hiccup that you saw from starting in this industry to now, that you either one of you would tell your younger self that you see it like at roadblock? What advice would you get when they got to that roadblock?
When the money gets funny. If I may say, when the money gets funny, that's when like shit starts happening. So you gotta have people who are honest and like, to take care of that regardless, because like that, that should have run motherfuckers. That should have run people in and take away a lot of like passion and shit. Just because literally.
Was this done by a promoter or a club? For you to say that statement,
I mean both.
Both.
I mean we went through it. I'm still owed like paper. Like it still happens, but like it outweighs it. Like for example, we do a bunch of stuff on our own that like if I do a couple side gigs that are still pending and accounts receivable, they can still be like that. I'm good. I'm not worried about it. So. But there's some people that you start and you do a bunch of and all your events on there, and then all your accounts are still pending and receivable, and it's and then also it's oversaturated, so some of your spots are not gonna be super packed because everybody has like a type of club, so you know what I'm saying. That person's probably gonna stop DJ within a year or 2 years, like they're done, and we never know if they kept going. They kind of could have been super dope. They got production, they could have brought something new to the table that we never heard, or brought a new connection between two people. But you know what I'm saying, that's why it's so significant to like understand that.
And you?
I think for me it's to be careful who I looked up to and who my heroes were, like in the industry, because I kind of started seeing like the true colors. So just like be very cautious who I wanted to look up to and who I wanted to be like.
So you've met someone that you admired as a kid, now in your career as an adult.
I was like,
let you down.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say who it is.
Yeah,
of course, but okay.
Yeah. Definitely. Like it was like these hometown heroes who I thought was like, oh yeah, like, especially being Latino in this industry, like I was like, oh yeah, and then I meet them and it's just like, oh. There's that saying is like, you never want to meet your heroes, So it's like,
be careful when you want to meet your hero.
Yeah.
It may not be.
So that was like one of the things I would say to myself like back then. I was like,
Yeah.
Who would you like to be here to see what you guys are doing now that's no longer here with you? If you had to bring anybody back.
My homie J Def, man, Jeff Maldonado was he was a rapper, a hip hop artist of ours back in the day. His father's a big Jeff Maldonado, does a lot of paintings in Pilsen, mosaics and stuff too. He was pretty much when we started and getting down in the day. He was rapping, I was producing, making tracks, and we were going to parties and painting together. He was also in our tagging crew, but like the man sound like Common. Like you could listen to him right now, and like the words that he was talking. Like he was on some real, Like, so imagine his voice carrying, and that's kind of like one of our art. He would have been our Chance the Rapper, if I may say.
Oh, wow.
Before Chance the Rapper was Chance the Rapper, like as far as like how he's, you know, putting in work, how many shows he was doing, all the artists that he was rapping with and sessions that he was in while we were still in our house parties until this day. So definitely, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You the same?
Me would be my mom. So like I think she was like one of my biggest cheerleaders. My mom passed away in 2017, so she was one of my biggest cheerleaders, like with this music and like just DJing, like producing and all that stuff. So I would always hear her brag about me. So you know, it was just like it was definitely one of the things I would love for her to like experience, like me being at these festivals or like, you know, headlining stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool. So I every time I like get on stage, I think about her too. So it's just like, how do I incorporate a song for her, you know? So it's just like, yeah, it's really cool. I think it would have been really cool if she was still here.
Yeah, I agree. So my last question to you would be, who is your ultimate artist that you would love to collaborate with?
Oh, Masters at Work.
Still here or no longer with us?
Well, whichever
Like
you
we
want.
do both.
You could do both.
Okay.
It's your show.
Yeah. So I think I agree with that. Like, still here is yes, Masters at Work. I think it's just their work is obviously phenomenal. Like they incorporate so many like live instruments and everything like that. Just their brains are just they're geniuses.
Music on house music.
They're like on steroids, I swear. Like their music is on steroids.
They're geniuses. Like just,
Yeah.
just listening to like or even seeing it because there's some like live recordings of like how they're just like how he said it, like they're chefs, like how they're putting all these ingredients together and cooking, you know. So it's amazing to see. I would say no longer with us would be DJ Rashad, because that's always going to be one of my heroes and goats.
Yeah. I wish I was in the room with him and PJ cooking up one time.
Yeah.
Him and Paul Johnson, because they were homies, and like I just imagine them two in the studio freaking some shit, like going crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Paul Johnson was he was a genius in himself. I loved Paul, and he is definitely missed in this community because he could come up with some stuff that
Genius.
like yeah, exactly like you just wouldn't like you would look at him and be like, damn, you came up with that, and he'd be like, yeah. And he was such a kind-hearted person and so humble.
Yes.
He whenever he greeted you, he just greeted you with a smile, and even if he didn't remember you or know you, it didn't matter because the fact that you gave him his just the hello, he was always receptive to anything and everyone. So I really, he is definitely somebody that I truly miss. Any last thoughts?
No, this just got me reminiscing. I was like, oh, we lost Ron too, like because Ron was a big part of it too. Ron Carroll. That's like
Rest in peace. Ron was hilarious.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Dion,
Dion, yeah. Dion too. Yeah, it's definitely,
Yeah, I'm blessed to say that we acknowledge them and we had them part of like our events
We
on
shared
a
stages
major
with
scale.
them. Yeah.
You know,
It's just,
I be telling people, I went to 7th and 8th grade right there when I was at Harrison, and we're doing a house party right here. I was like, this is crazy, But being able to have them right there and show the people, because they hear it in the mixtapes, but they ain't never heard it like that. Like that is amazing, just. Because that's changing, like that's captivating. You see what they do at big stages and how like these, they spend so much money on that. We don't have to spend that much. We just need a big-ass sound system and some good house music. And people
a great sound system.
most importantly.
A great sound system.
And that captivates our people and we have a great time. It's this thing that I like to, I know it works well because I came up in the hood, and if you can have motherfucking different gangbangers and motherfuckers who don't like each other and no problems happen at the end of the party, you did your job as a DJ.
Yes, I you know what? I am not. That's the one thing that I will say about the Chosen Few. It is that I have, as long as I've attended, because I've attended since they were behind the Museum of Science and Industry, and it was free. So, I have been attending that event, and not once ever in my life of attending there has there ever been a fight.
People don't fight at church.
Ever. They don't.
True.
They don't. You know, and I really do think that any festival, I have yet to see a festival. I know 3J throws them, and I have yet to see a fight that's ever busted out on there. I'm not trying to curse, put a curse on them or anything like that. But it takes a lot to have a festival and not have one fight break out. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll see sueños, and you'll see fights break out everywhere. Everywhere. And then you'll see Lala, same thing. Everywhere, But when it comes down to house music, I don't think I've ever seen a fight.
Because we there for house music. So.
And it's grown, folks. It's grown. And then even if it's not grown, there's kids out there that are learning different things. Mm-hmm. So I just think that it's crazy. It's just crazy how people do.
I want to thank you for educating me. I'm the old timer, and I really appreciate it listening to all your views into the house music scene.
Yeah.
And the people you're involved with and stuff. So.
Who would you like to see? I'm gonna pull a Industry Brothers kind of question. Who would you like to see here?
On the podcast talking.
Well, you haven't had Boy Genius yet, right?
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
Put you on.
Boy Genius.
I would have liked. Let me see.
What's a good dig? Trying to get a good dig.
I don't know if y'all had the backbone of it, but I did a panel with Robert Williams one time too.
Mm-hmm.
He's the owner of the warehouse.
He's the original owner.
Yeah, he could give you some insight on a lot of on how it begun and where it came from. Cause literally they were doing the same thing that we're doing. Like, people called it like house music, but they were crafting records from everywhere that just had that groove and just and it all types of tempos, but it record, it came on, and that's literally, I was like, yo, that's what just needs to continue to happen. We keep trying to appeal towards something.
Yeah.
That's why we book and get a lot of DJs and old heads, new, and they all come with a collective of music, but it's all for that house sound, so.
Well, you got two old DJs over here, so whenever you want to incorporate them,
I got you.
I'll give them up to you.
I think what would be good too is if you guys get the main four from who started Ghetto Division.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that'll be a really good conversation.
Charlie,
Rob, Rampage, Mad Jazz.
Yeah, get them
Ooh.
on. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Ghetto Division. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I
not?
think it's awesome.
Okay, me too.
I already
Don't
got,
look at me like that.
I already got ideas for next year's conference too.
Yeah, I'm familiar
got
with
ideas for next year's conference.
Mad Jazz and
Yeah.
Rampage. I'm familiar with those
Yeah.
those two names.
Pablo, what's a jump off?
When people have a certain way of expressing themselves.
The jump on.
Oh my God! Well, I want to thank you both for being here today.
I'm going to throw this phone at you.
Thank you, MDOK and SYKO, for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I'm so glad that I guys got you not only on here, but to see an entire different view of house to you all,
Right.
because
I love that.
we sometimes can only see ours.
Right.
And I like the fact that, one, our conference is expanding, but it's also expanding to
The new
looking at a new generation of eyes, and I really do appreciate that. So there's a question. Okay, what's the question? Which sound system they like playing most?
I feel like it was some recent, wasn't it?
Oh, like the best sound system
Yeah.
we played off of?
It was something recent that we did.
I don't know. We did a few.
It was at a club recently.
I
I can't even think off the top of my head, to
We
be
were playing a
honest.
bunch of stuff, bro. I can't even think. Which place has the best sound system? I know. I went to what is it called? I went to the South Side one time. It's not even listed. It's not even, what place was it called?
What was it by?
43rd and
Room 43?
Cottage. No, it was another
Cottage?
one. It was another one over there. I went a long time ago. I can't remember it though.
Renaissance?
Nah, it's another one over there. They closed it down. It was another one. It was I can't recall it though. I can't recall it. But
Was it Craig Loftus' place?
probably had a DJ booth like it had in the middle is white walls. It was real old school. You could smoke in that. It was like a club. It wasn't even an established club. Well, anyways, it was a black. It was a black house. You go to Southside in one of them. It's like a club, like a post, like a members only stuff. You hear a sound system over there. Yeah, you ain't heard a sound system till you heard a sound system over there. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Because like what they have standard in these regular places is like.
I know.
Basic.
It's sad.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll give it to Distro. Distro has a pretty good
it was called
sound
the Post.
system.
It was called the Post, I think. They used to do. Even Gene Hunt used to play there. It's called the Post, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to look it up.
It was the
That
Post.
does sound familiar.
They used to run like 4 a.m. joints there and like 5 a.m. just to keep going like after
Sounds
hours.
familiar.
Well, that's why you said it was a members only. That's why it was never posted.
Bruh.
I'll have to ask Gene. Gene will know.
Sound system in that mug. Boom, boom. Like crazy. And then when they do when they do the high filters, crack, and it cracks. Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I was like, I like that one. I like that one. Well, thank you very much for coming out tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed being on the podcast. We hope to see you at the conference this year. Again, our conference is Latinos in the Mix 2026 Dance Music Conference.
I like that how that sounded.
Don't you? I like it too. It's got a nice little twist to it.
2026.
So 2026, October 3rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. As we said earlier, we've got 5 different panels. We have a guest host from B96. We have our alternative dance talk panel, Chicago House through Filipino Eyes. We have Divas on the Decks honoring our women in DJing. Chicago Hip House, hip hop plus house equals hip house. And then, of course, the gatekeepers of music, Chicago's record dance record pools, along with guest Coco Cortez from B96 back in the day.
And where is this happening at?
This is happening at 2112 Studios. If you're a DJ producer, I'm sure you know the studio. At 4245 North Knox. Tickets are available on Eventbrite.
Tickets? I thought this was like donations.
Tickets are available to reserve your spot.
There you go.
Okay. Donations are accepted. We are a not-for-profit, so keep that in mind under Chicago Dance Music Authority. Again, our new branding now is Latinos in the Mix Dance Music Conference 2026, bridging the gap by celebrating the past and encouraging the future. I want to give a rest in peace to Spank Buddha. He passed away, I believe it was last week or yesterday, from what I understood. Spank Buddha was on GCI and caused a huge controversy back in the day, where he locked himself into the studio and played all Chicago artists because it was his way of revolting, stating that Chicago radio did not play enough Chicago artists. So he locked himself in the studio and played all Chicago artists on GCI live on the air. Of course, the next day he was fired, and it was made very publicly the same way he displayed his public outcry for we do not promote our Chicago artists. He always believed in supporting Chicago artists and supporting the music for them. So rest in peace, Spank Buddha. I'm so glad that we have that story to tell because you fought for Chicago artists to be here, and a lot of them are on the radio sometimes because of you. So rest in peace, brother, and we'll see you on the other side one day. I have nothing but love for these two. Thank you so much again for being here. The thing is we have to do a shot, after the show.
Wait,
So
are you guys old enough? I'm just kidding.
well, you are 67.
Not yet. Not yet.
But we will see you next week. We don't have a guest, so we'll be talking. We'll go in more into depth into the conference.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, okay. Unless you're going to surprise me.
We're going to go freestyle.
We're going to
maybe?
go freestyle. We're going to
I
go
can make some phone
freestyle.
calls.
Okay, make a couple of
We'll see,
calls.
we'll see.
We'll see what happens. But we will be talking about the conference and everything in detail.
Total respect for you two guys.
Yes. Keep doing what you're doing, and man, we have to sit there and make a couple of phone calls to a couple of people and make some goals happen for your bucket list. But thank you very much for joining us tonight. I am Stephanie Chach. SYKO Chicago, MDOK, and Pablo Punkout Gonzalez. Thank you for our audience. Vero and Carolina, you know me and my R's. You're Carolina? Carolina, thank you. You
gotta say that is Carolina.
That's you. That's you practicing Spanish, not me. And DJ QMM, our super producer. Thank you, Race. Same time. Bye.
It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound.